You ready? You ready? Hey, everybody, it's Tuesday. Oh, I pulled something. I'm okay. I'm gonna keep going. My name is Jeff Baglar. This is the Giant Bombcast. That's right. It's Tuesday. It's July. It's the 7th. Everyone's feeling good and refreshed, and we're looking good, smelling good, and we're walking in a straight line. Isn't that right, Dan? T-Posen Reichert, how are you, pal?
So far from good and refreshed. I've been running around all weekend, traveling and stuff. Far from refreshed, faces in pain, but I'm here to talk about the video games, Jeff.
Oh, man, Dan, you sound like you're in low gear right now, fella.
I'm like, like in a game when your stamina meter is like all the way down, it's just blinking. It's like, every once in a while I will get to that. And I think after, just a lot of weekends of travel and busyness and stuff, I'm blinking right now.
He's blinking right now. He's joining the dark side and also making his way to that side of the equation. My boy, my son, the bad boy. Some would call him the Cleveland Streamer.
Damn it.
Mike,
a lot of people are calling him that.
Minotti.
I don't even live in Cleveland. Right?
You're close enough.
Hi. Yeah, I feel okay. A scary tornado almost got me, but I think I'm okay. Aside from that, doing good. I'll talk about that in a bit.
We will be comparing natural disasters in just a short moment, but perpetually in first gear, turbo mode. Turbo Sean, how are you, pal?
I'm doing pretty good. I think ones and twos are overrated. I'm filling in for Jan today. We're advancing. I'm on the 3s and 4s today, so I'm excited to bring that out to you.
That's 2 more better. So thank you for doing your part there, folks. Hope everyone is doing well at home. We have an interesting makeup today with we got Jan and Grub out on assignments. We just use that to say they're doing other shit. How is everyone doing? Mike Minotti, I want to talk to you because I want to see if you think you had an interesting natural disaster situation. I had one myself. You go first.
Yeah. So I was hanging out with my dad and my stepmom. We went to a local wing place called Quaker Steak and Lube.
Huh?
Yeah,
What?
Lube's in the name. It
You
used to be a
ate
gas
at a place?
station. It used to be a gas station back in the day, so that's why lube is in there.
Allegedly.
Sure.
So we're at the lube place.
You can just take the lube out of the name anytime.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're saying we got our chicken wings. We're eating. Then like our phones start freaking out. Like,
Yeah.
tornado warning. It's like, okay. And everyone's kind of looking around nervously, like, oh, okay. And then this storm rolls in. It is just crazy. You can't even look out the window. You can't see anything. The lights go off. For some reason, it causes like smoke in the kitchen. So now the fire alarm's going off. There's like a loud screeching and flashing lights. And even in moments like this, you're always looking for an authority figure to help you, right? And
An adult.
You're looking for an adult. You're looking for somebody to tell you what to do to be safe. And in this case, it's the weekend manager of the Quaker Steak and Lube. And it's like, what do we do, sir? It's like, well, if a tornado comes, get under your table. I was like, oh, good. That's great.
Bad for tornadoes. It's you get away from the windows and get down to a basement. That's
right.
The rules.
I don't think there's a basement here. We came up with our own plan of just going to like the men's room because there's no windows. It's kind of in the middle, so we'll do that.
Mike,
but the under the table thing, that feels like some like a nuke is coming in from Russia. Hide
That's
under your
an earthquake,
desk.
isn't it?
Yeah,
no, earthquake is doorways.
Cover.
You get in the doorway for earthquakes. The nukes were under your desk.
Okay.
Right.
Oh,
that was mostly just to make the kids feel better, I think.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
That'll save us. Mikey, if I was there, I would have protected you, pal. I would have turned myself into a mind's eye glitch and just sort of parachuted over your entire body.
Yeah,
Okay.
my actual dad was unbothered. I couldn't tell if he was doing that because like he thought it made me more calm, or if he actually just kind of like didn't care. Like at one point he like went to the actual restroom to go to the bathroom, and I'm talking to the waitress and she's really scared. My dad comes back like, yeah, the waitress is really nervous. He's like, why? I'm like, a tornado, because it's like, everyone's like, oh, the funnel's touching down and up the road over there. I'm like, oh, that's good. That's great. So it was a little scary. Then it passed and we got to leave. And like the road was just flooded because it was this big flash flood. My car was practically like sailing across some of like the lower parts, the water's just practically coming up to the window. It was just this, like, it's just this crazy like 30-minute mega storm. The tornado touched down more like the town over where I was. But yeah, do we have to pay for our meal? My dad like volunteered to. My dad's like, oh, we can just give you cash. My dad's too nice sometimes.
He loves giving out cash, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah.
It's his
Just
favorite
fresh,
thing.
crisp hundos.
Yeah.
How much does
Yeah.
he carry around with him?
Oh, you don't want to know.
Oh, God.
$8,000.
I think I want to know.
No one robbed my dad.
No, that
I'm
is
gonna do
such
it
a
for
dad
content.
thing. My dad carries tons of cash on him at all times. It's
Yeah.
insane. I don't know what it is.
Old people love cash.
They love
Mhm.
cash. They're just like
Tangible.
This is tender. This is good. This is gonna when the nuclear fallout comes, all the cockroaches will take hundreds.
Right, exactly.
You know, like
What was
that's
your-
the problem.
What was your natural disaster? What happened to you, Jer?
Oh, thank you for asking, Mikey. So, yeah, I'd not heard the alarm on the phone go off in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, we've like completely defunded the system that operates that. But regardless of that, it went off, and they were just saying, "Hey, extreme, possible chances of extreme thunderstorms, severe thunderstorms." And just like a lot of times you hear that sort of warning, you're like, all right, maybe I won't go outside and play a round of golf. The sky at around 7 p.m. on Friday night here went black. I mean, and it's the beginning of summer. These are long sunlight days, and at 7 o'clock, it's pretty bright out. And this went black, and a round of wind came in around 80 to 90 miles an hour in front of a big thunderstorm. And we just had to fucking survive it. Like it knocked down trees all over my neighborhood. Like, you guys have been here. It blocked the exit to our little street. Like we could not. It was trees down everywhere. I went out for a second because I didn't want there was something that wasn't tied down. I didn't want it to blow away. So I ran out real quick and just brought it back in. And as I was coming back in, all I could hear behind me was like violent snapping of tree limbs, like the crack and the pop. And to the point where thankfully nothing fell and was a direct emergency. But I looked up through the windows when I got back in the house, and I could see man, there's some shit going on up there that needs a safety inspection. After the storm rolled through, it was intense. Tons of power outages, just some of the most violent wind I think I've really ever seen in daylight. It was kind of freaking horrifying. I'm not gonna lie. It was rough.
Yeah, but I still had a tornado touchdown in my storm, so I win.
Yeah, but that's as far as it was just near you. We had the trees actually go down. And,
Our trees. It was implied that trees were going down here.
There were trees.
Yeah, the trees.
There were trees.
We have trees. They fell.
Yeah.
Not mine. Well, not mine, thankfully, because I am worried about that. Because I do have this giant tree behind me that I've been trying to get rid of, and the tree people just keep ghosting me. I don't know if there's something wrong with me or what. I get them to come here and look at it, and we shake hands, and I just can't get them to come and take the fucking tree down, and I don't know what's going on.
That's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit, son. Because there's these guys are so horny to rip trees out of the ground when you call them.
Right.
Like the guy I call, he's like, well, when can I come? He's like, it's got to come down. I'm like, you didn't even see it yet. He's like, we're gonna take down all the trees in your yard down. They cannot
seemed
wait
into it
to
at
do
first, right?
Yeah. So what? All right. Well, you got to just call someone else. You got to get a second.
I know, but
third opinion.
I'm on the second guy already, and it's great. Get a third guy involved. Meanwhile, Storm's gonna come take me out at some point. You know what it is? You know what I worry about? It's these fucking games, right? That's all my entire game collection is
Not
gonna
the Cubivore.
No, my entire game collection is gonna get crushed by this fucking maple tree at some point. I'm gonna have nothing left. I'm gonna become punished.
It's all yellow label game.
Yeah, it's not real. Yeah. Maybe this is stupid, but whenever we have one of those storms, ever since I've been a homeowner, there have been trees around my house and stuff. I've hoped that trees will just crash through my house. Because isn't it you get big insurance checks, right?
You might die.
So
no, I'll be fine.
The insurance just covers the damage. You don't like
But yeah,
make
but
money.
you know, like maybe you get a
that's a
little
silly
cheaper
way to
roof
think of
next
it.
time and you pocket
Come
the
on.
rest, you know?
That's
So
a
you want to
silly way think of it,
scam the
right?
insurance companies?
Not scam, just they give me the money and then it's my money to do what I want with.
The
So,
dude
but-
won't light a grill, but he's like,
Yeah.
I can't wait for the next tree to fall.
I
on my
do
roof.
I do think like it'd be cool if a tree just fell straight
I
to
want
my
you to
house
know
and
how
a big
I
insurance check.
disagree. I
Yeah.
disagree. I
Yeah,
think it's because I know people who it's happened to, and it totally
They
uproots,
died?
no pun intended, their lives for many, many months.
Yeah, you have to
Really?
move somewhere. Well, you have
And
to find
you
a new
can
place to
die.
live.
I'd find a place. I'd go to we'll get the insurance to pay for it.
So
You can die.
you could
Well,
die.
yeah,
Your
but
pets could
I don't want the
die.
version of this story where I die. I want it where I just get a bunch of money.
Yeah, I just want to get shot but not die.
If I get a
Yeah.
bunch of money, I'll get shot.
But like, you will have to. Wait,
You know what? Hang on.
You
hang on.
do have to use the money to fix your house. What are you talking?
Yes,
You
of
can't just
course
use
I
yours.
will, but maybe they're all get a good deal and I'll have some left
That's
over.
not how it works. That's
well,
not how
then that's how I
insurance
would
works.
learn that that's how it doesn't work.
Yeah,
Sounds
you
worth
really
it.
you'll really take that lesson. I want you to know how painful it was to have to listen to that story about you running in a dangerous lightning storm and then watch a video where you were terrified of a hot dog cooking over an open flame.
Again, not afraid of death, afraid of pain.
Your
There's logic
barometer.
to all this.
Lightning hurts.
Yeah,
I would
lightning hurt.
die.
No, not always.
Well,
You could be left
you probably
paralyzed.
would. He
I'd
probably,
probably
would die.
I think,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, it's just like
Which isn't scary. Dying's not scary. Getting hurt is scary.
Oh, we were talking about stuff and we were having a conversation.
I want on the record, Dan could not get shot. He would not. No, there's not a chance in hell
Yeah,
for
he's too
any amount of
soft.
money. You
He's
would
too
not be
soft for
shot.
that.
I would make sure the terms were good enough. Like the location of
Well,
getting
like your
shot.
pinky?
I mean, yeah, like shooting like the tip of my pinky for like $5 million. Yes, I would take that deal.
Okay.
To get in the
okay.
meaty thigh.
Yeah,
I think you're too soft.
Yeah, it would do a lot
Pretty
of
painful.
damage
He
there.
wouldn't die from it, you see.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I pivot with a baseball dad story?
Yes, just like
going to.
all good dads, I'll let you win this one. Go for
Thank
it,
you.
Mikey.
Because before the tornado, I was at my nephew's baseball game. He's like 8. It's first year kid pitch. It was it was a massacre. It was like 16-1, right? But at one point, like someone on our team got a hit, and again, like first year these kids are pitching. They're 8. This ball line drives the pitcher in the leg, right? So he's down because it hurts. The kid gets to first base. It's a hit. But they make
Sure.
all the little kids take a knee. It's like everyone's being real quiet.
Yeah.
Then you hear the kid who got the hit. You just hear his grandpa in the sea of silence going, "Hey, good hit! There's nothing you can do about that. Don't worry." And then that guy's son / the kid's father's in front of me and looks over to his dad. And like, the anger in his eyes, the embarrassment I could see on him. It took me everything I had to just not start laughing out loud. He's like, "Dad, what the hell?" Oh, it was funny.
I would just watch an entire show of you in those types of situations, Mike. I'm not gonna lie.
Right, like a reverse Curb Your Enthusiasm, where I just take delight in like other people's awkward situations, but I'm fine.
I kind of dig that in a very big way. Hell yeah. Oh
I
man.
like that.
Hey, folks, any other stories to share before we move on?
I'll just say I saw Bob Dylan in concert last night. And have you ever been to a concert where every lyric sounds like a death rattle?
I
mean, I imagine that's been Bob Dylan concerts for quite a while.
I saw him in like 2007 and 2008, and I was like, man, this guy is very old and unintelligible. And it's just so interesting. It's like this new 19,000 person amphitheater, and we're all just kind of sitting there, and everyone I think is in the same boat where it's like, boy, it's nice to see a legend.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just,
He could-
whereas like, it's weird because like his band is good. They're all like good musicians, obviously. But he just kind of does the songs however the hell he wants to do it that night. So they just kind of have to keep up. And like they're incredibly talented. So you'll kind of get into one of the songs for a second. And then all of a sudden it'll just be, "Hey, yeah, happy snappy." It's like, oh, I guess that was a lyric. All right.
He does an Adam Sandler in the middle of it.
His head, whoa. It's just, okay, great. Glad he's still with us,
Yeah, would it have been preferable? He just kind of like came out and waved for a bit and then left, and you went home.
It's so
They
weird
trot
because
him
you don't
out.
even feel like you see. He just wears hoodies now, and he stands behind. He just decided he's a piano player now after like all these years of like mainly guitar.
Oh
And
man.
it comes out in just a hoodie, and he just stands behind a piano. And like the openers, they have all these screens and close-ups and everything like that. They clearly told the venue like, do not show any close-ups of Bob Dylan. So on the screens, it is just like this tiny little thing behind a piano in a hoodie, and it's like you don't even see a face, much less be able to tell it's Bob Dylan's face. You know?
And eventually he's going to switch to that electric piano and sell out, right?
Right,
It's going to be a whole thing.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
incredible.
yeah. I mean,
I'm glad he's still around.
So did you win these tickets? How did it go?
No, I was just with my buddy Matt Helgeson, ex Game Informer, if anyone remembers him. He's great, and he was like, we both love Dylan, and it's like, he's like 85. This might be the last chance. There's
Go see him
theater
for
opened up.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah,
Right.
so let's just
Okay.
go. Show some
It's
respect
just
to the
bad
legend here.
when you go to a concert and your kind of prevailing thought is, well, at least he had fun.
Oh, I don't know if he was having fun.
I don't know if he's doing anything that he knows about.
I don't know if he
Yeah.
was conscious, frankly.
Yeah. Well, I went and saw Relic 2 this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did the thing that in a million years I would never choose to do, but I guess I'm not upset that I went and did it. I had not done it in about 27 years. We had friends visiting up from Maryland, and they got it in their head that they wanted to go see the Statue of Liberty.
Oh. Wow.
Oh, wow. I've
No
never done
chat.
that.
I didn't take a bong rip. That's not what I was talking about.
I was thinking, but Dib's 11, isn't he? Like, how is it 27? Okay, go on.
Yeah. So the last time I was there was 99. I did the math, and yeah, that's a place to go to. We did Ellis Island as well. Just so you all know, I want everyone else to also know this because our friends from Maryland were floored when they found out the truth, the deep, dark truth about the Statue of Liberty, about Liberty Island and Ellis Island. Do you know what that dark secret is? Do you know what I'm talking
copper
about?
colored.
That's not it. It is
Immigrants?
that is a thing. It was like a penny, and then like a couple months later it just went green. No. The deep yes, Ferguson has it right in chat. It's in New Jersey. The whole shebang is in New
There's
Jersey.
no freedom in New Jersey. What's it doing?
There
over
is
there?
now. We changed the rules. Okay.
What's
It is.
changed?
That part of it is in New Jersey. It's right there. Of course it is. If you go there, you assume that. Like because
Getting about.
you could see Manhattan, of course, because you're in like the New York Bay sort of area, and like, but it's very much on the Jersey side. So that was interesting.
Is it like is this one of those like legal boundary things? Because like for example, here in Wisconsin, Lambeau Field is in Green Bay because the city of Green Bay bought the border around
Oh, wow.
Lambeau
Oh.
Field, so that would be part of here instead of the neighboring town. Like, is it legally part of New York or whatever, or is it actually New Jersey?
It's actually New Jersey.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, man, I'm looking at this thing. It is, well in that New Jersey side of the line there. That's crazy.
Everyone who lives in New Jersey and grows up in New Jersey is aware of this little deep dark secret. We just don't go around telling everyone until they have a podcast that they're hosting.
Sure.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's it's really interesting. Surprisingly, you would think on July 5th the Statue of Liberty might be a little crowded, especially with the World Cup taking place. A couple miles away.
Yeah.
But it was completely manageable. I was pretty surprised. Like the whole thing was pretty easy to do. You got to take a ferry and sort of island hop to each one, because Ellis Island and Liberty Island are two separate places. Really wild. And I think we could all do. I think we could all do for a little bit of education going to those places and sort of understanding the messages that are very, very clear, written in black and white, and the energy that kind of flows through the halls of Ellis Island, and the sort of exhibits you can read and see with your own two stupid fucking eyes, and not something that someone told you on the internet. Yeah, go there if you have the means. Check it out. Just the food court there I thought was bad. Just don't eat there.
Okay, now wait a second. Because now I'm looking at this map, And
Yeah.
there is like a dotted line around this island with the Statue of Liberty and with Ellis Island. And in this dotted line outside of Ellis Island, it says New Jersey. And inside of it, it says New York.
Told ya.
Really?
Told you.
No,
Cities
no,
are petty.
The state lines. The state line is a very clear line. It goes down the Hudson River.
Right.
It makes a little angle towards back into New Jersey. I think if you're really map studying, the wildest part of New York City geography is that Staten Island is in New York. Staten Island is south of everything. It's south of Manhattan. It's southwest of Manhattan. It's south of Bayonne and Hoboken and Jersey City and all these other places. That's the weird thing. Now, I will speak on behalf of everyone in New Jersey to say that we do not want Staten Island. New York can have Staten Island. It's just a bunch of garbage landfills, and we don't want it. So, yeah, I didn't draw the maps. Don't yell at me.
Mike is right, though. I'm looking at it. It does clearly say it's New York. And if you look at the address, it's New York 10004. Like, it does appear that the statue is in New York, technically.
Now, I want to be clear. It looks like
it is not.
New York very spitefully stole it from you and went into your land and was like, this is too important for you. We're claiming this for us.
We're not going to do the Tappan Zee Bridge all over again. Okay, we're not going to do this. Okay, it is very clearly in New Jersey. It's not up for debate.
Okay.
It's just fucking stupid.
We'll let you have it. We'll let you have
Thank
it.
you.
It's like
I don't necessarily want it, but I'll take it.
Everyone's always very confused, too, about the Kansas City situation.
Sure.
About
Why
how
is that?
because Kansas City's in Missouri. Well, there is a Kansas City, Kansas, but everything
Right.
anyone has ever heard of is on the Missouri side.
That is weird.
Yeah, like the downtown, the sports teams. Although I think Arrowhead or the Chiefs or the Royals are moving to the Kansas side at some point. But historically, anything you've ever heard of is on the Missouri side of Kansas City.
Interesting. You know, they kind of did this shit with MetLife Stadium as well. And if you're watching the World Cup, every time they have a game in MetLife Stadium, which is like so far into New Jersey, it's insane. They're like, oh, it's New York, New Jersey Stadium, where the New York Jets and the New York Giants also play. I don't have an explanation for it. It's okay. It's fine. Folks, we're gonna move things along a little bit, and we're gonna talk to you a little bit about what we got going on with Giant Bomb Premium. That's right. You've not thought about it all episode, and now we're gonna talk about it because right now we have new premium content popping off so hard your eyes are gonna roll back into the back of your head, and somehow you're still gonna be able to watch. This is the Run Sewer Shark. Mikey, tell us about Sewer Shark. What's happening?
Sewer Shark is a Sega CD full motion video game. That's right. The word video is in there so many times. It's this weird thing where I'm in tunnels shooting rats for food. I'm trying to get to Margaritaville so I can party, and a robot tells me what directions to go. It's a very stupid game that I love. And you get one life, then you got to go back. So till we get a one run, it's going to be difficult, but we are working on it. We're just having a great time doing it.
Mikey's the only one who could do this because there's a lot of memorization needed, and me and Grub, it's like, nope, this is Captain Mikey
not
here.
chance, yeah.
No
Okay.
way. Yeah, I owned this game as a kid. No chance in hell.
So I actually have an interesting relationship with Sewer Shark where I just have like a lot of that FMV stuff stuck in my head from Sega CD days and just like what that all, you know, the Night Trap and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But I'm glad we're doing this. There's also previous seasons of Absalom and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on there. Premium content. Go giantbomb.com/join. You can check out Marry Me Tamagotchi. We've got Portal Pals, ad-free podcasts, videos, so much more. And Dan T-posing Reichert, and we have a very few number of codes left for TerraTech. Okay, TerraTech Legion.
Yes.
Okay, new premium members can have a chance at winning, or not winning. There's a few codes left. If you subscribe now and you're a new subscriber, we will give you the rest of the inventory. There's only a couple left, so
While supplies last, everybody.
Yeah. Presumably by the
There
end
you
of
go.
this show, they will be exhausted.
Yeah,
So
then I'll work on
sweet.
handing out those codes, throughout this week. So you'll get that code before the end of the week. If you don't know TerraTech Legion, we'll talk about it here soon.
Yes. Mike and I are
it's a-
both playing it. It is excellent.
Yeah, it's a vampire survivors like, but you are in a kind of cool car. And when you level up, you get parts for that car, and you got to place the parts and the turrets on the car. It's really super, super fun, super cool.
Hell yeah. With that said, let us move into the game section, folks. What are we playing here?
Premium! Go join Premium. Get your titters and peepees in Giant Bomb Premium.
Did you say you said titters?
I'll choke the chicken. This is the
Okay.
run.
Right. Just
Okay.
kind of wish you don't say that in the. Oh,
Yeah.
it's fine. I love it. I love you. You're my
I think
son.
he
I'll
likes
defend
saying
you to
dirty
the death.
things. He likes saying dirty things, and then he smiles because he thinks he got away with it, like it's a little
No,
stinker.
I don't smile.
You do have little stinker energy more so than anyone I've ever met in my
Is that
entire
why I'm the
life.
Cleveland streamer?
No, steamer.
The Bog Slammer, the Cleveland Streamer.
Speaking of TerraTech Legion, Mike and Dan, you've been playing that.
Yeah, that game kicks ass, and I was doing a bunch of flights over the weekend, and it is a excellent Steam Deck game. Been playing it on the deck, on the machine. That's the main thing I've been playing. Unlocked all the there's 4 different characters you can get, all with their own kind of like challenge lists and everything. And I'm just looking at all this, and I'm like, I'm absolutely going to keep playing this until I do every challenge. It's the exact same way I felt about Vampire Survivors, where it's like, give me any excuse to keep playing runs, and I'm going to do it. So like, I filled out that entire achievement list on Vampire Survivors. Doing the same thing here. The 4th character, Mike, I don't know if you've unlocked the 4th character yet, but that one's really fun and different. And that unlocks a bunch of extra blocks that you can add to your other ships when you're playing as them. It is just, it's just a tremendous experience. It's a, it's a cliche, but the like, oh, one more run, and then it turns into 4 hours or whatever. Like, I'm just loving it.
Yeah, because you talked about this last week, and I was intrigued. And I know, you compare it to Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, and it is. The shipbook stuff is also like the gummy ship editor in Kingdom Hearts.
I think Mike's mic is muted, I think.
And so like, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh, okay. Now look, the gummy ship parts in Kingdom Hearts are sometimes not amazing, but here, the way you actually have to worry about that stuff, it's fun because some weapons are just going to shoot straight ahead. Some weapons are like 360-degree angles, so you maybe want to kind of put them higher up so that they aren't obstructed by something. So you're making a lot of good decisions there. And like other blocks are like, hey, here's a block where 10% more damage. So if you put a weapon on this block, its damage will increase. But where are you going to put this block? And by the end of the run, your truck is just this monstrosity of like 20 wheels and 15 guns and 5 thrusters, and like maybe there's like tank treads on it and all this stuff, and the progression feels super, super satisfying.
And it just lets you get really stupid with it. Like there's a bunch of like blocks you can get that are just platforms basically for other guns and stuff.
Right.
So I will inevitably just get a bunch of giant blocks and just add to the sides and front and back, or I'll make like a huge tower for like a flat cannon and stuff. So it just looks insane by the end. Like I'm just like laughing at like this insane construction. Yeah, again with like 40 wheels or something like that. But it works. Like, and I'm glad it doesn't ever. It's not too finicky with like you can put wheels in fucked up places. Like, oh, this wheel's below the rest of the craft or whatever, and everything still just kind of drives. Like the physics will get a little altered and stuff, but like it's never like, oh, you broke this. This isn't going to drive right. Like it's fun above all else with this.
Yeah. I will say I just finished like a run on each of the planets. I killed the boss, and now I can do like the harder version of each one. I am a little stuck just playing as that first character still, because unless I'm missing the progression, like, oh, you're getting these resources you can upgrade. That is per character. It's not an overall thing. So part of me is like, I don't want to start over and be weak again with this brand new character. But I mean, they're different, and I should probably
Try
not
the
be
other
so
ones.
afraid of trying them. Yeah.
Yeah, the first one is good for just kind of like standard stuff. The second one I usually use for like impact, like driving into things while my car is covered in spikes. The third one I do a lot of like marksman precision things. And then the fourth one you can get really weird with like drones and energy weapons and stuff. So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Just maybe my favorite of these Vampire Survivors likes, right? And I like Vampire Survivors, maybe not quite as much as like you or Grub did. Because I'm like, this is fun. I would like a little bit more, a little bit something, and this whole kind of building your car element to it. That is more than a little bit something. So that just really drives up my interest.
It's without a doubt my favorite one of these since Vampire Survivors, and I would put it kind of in the same conversation of like quality.
Cool. Yeah, agreed.
I'm just in like a weird spot here. Um, I didn't know anything about this game until we partnered up and given away codes, and then I'm like, oh, this looks really good, and I guess I want to play this now. And I'm sort of just like locked out of it in a weird way. And I'm just like, I'm just gonna have to buy it. I think that's sign up for Giant Bomb Premium and buy this.
Just do it. Just do it. Just buy it.
It's like
I
it's
mean,
also like
yeah.
$8 right now or something.
Totally.
If somebody doesn't
Right.
get a code. Yeah.
yeah. If
Yeah,
you,
that's
if you know,
right.
you know. I mean, we
And it's
prefer
on
you
sale
get
right
the
now
code.
too.
Yeah, we prefer you get the code through us and also join Giant Bomb Premium. But
Of course.
if you don't, I
Food
do
on
think you
families.
should,
Come on.
you should
Yeah,
check
Food
this
on
game
Families.
out, though. Yeah.
And thank you so much to our pals over at
Myth
Payload
Right.
there. And Mythright, right, for sure.
Mhm.
Okay, moving along. Rhythm Heaven Groove is officially out, and the two most coordinated people I know have been playing it, Mike and Dan.
Ooh, I wonder which one of us has more rhythm.
I do definitely remember.
100%, Mike.
You
Really?
complain that you complained that you have none.
Yeah, we
You
talk
have
about
some?
this a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
When? Like dance? I think of rhythm. I think of dancing.
I can dance, but
that's-
I'm good at rhythm games. Remember way back when we had Arcade Pit and you tried to get me by having me play that weird
Oh.
mini game in Back to the Future where he was doing Johnny Be Good, and I
Oh,
like
vaguely,
100% at it. Yeah,
Dan,
and I
you
love like the
described-
8-beat agents.
You've described Mike as the most musical person you know. Music is rhythm.
Yeah,
Well-
but well, rhythm is dancing though. Like,
He's a
you know,
born
that's-
entertainer. I mean, he can sing, he can dance, he can do whatever. I mean, come
I
on.
can sing.
I knew he was going to do that.
Come
I was
on.
waiting for it.
Got it.
Dan, I think this is why Dan has no rhythm. He doesn't realize that everything is rhythm. I think that's the problem.
Yeah, but
No.
it's like when you found out Punch Out was rhythm. Remember? And you were like,
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I have rhythm.
You can barely
Yeah.
clap.
Yes.
What
Well,
do you mean?
how's your rhythm? How's your rhythm working in Rhythm Heaven, Dan?
I'm fucking terrible at this game. I think it's got a lot of personality. I like it. It's just very WarioWare in its presentation, which I really
Right.
appreciate, and the humor really gets me. But I can't remember if I said it on here, but like, yeah, I was supposed to review the Rhythm Heaven game for Wii back at Game Informer, and I got to the level with the monkey clock, and it was just like, I literally cannot do this. Like on the standard difficulty, I cannot get past this. And I remember trying to get out of the review, being like,
You gotta
Reiner, I
recuse
can't
yourself."
I cannot fucking do this. I need to step away from this review. And I think I was forced to continue with that review, and I think I gave it like a 7 or something like that. But yeah, I'm fucking terrible at it.
Yeah.
This man must recuse himself from this review. He has no rhythm.
Yes. yes.
I mean, it makes sense. I've been enjoying it. I've liked the Rhythm Heaven games before. I think I mostly played the DS one or the 3DS one.
Mm.
Yeah, it's funny because it's simple. It is just basically like here's a bunch of visual cues and sound cues to tell you when to push a button,
Yeah.
and you're just going to learn that. But there's something really satisfying about it, and they always come up with these fun scenarios. Like, oh, you're gonna throw your dog and a frisbee's getting thrown at you, and you kind of have to learn to count to 7 on the beat, and that's when you're going to jump. Or you're a car, and you got to listen to when you're going to brake or when you're going to zoom forward, and you're kind of in formation, so you could mess up. So yeah, it's all just really charming and fun. And then the best part is like when you do like 4 of these kind of games. And then there's the remix where it takes like all 4 of the last ones, and now you're doing all 4 of those games in kind of one sequence. So you will be the car for a moment, and then you will jump back to suddenly being a frog jumping on lily pads, and then go to some other thing, and that's where it really, really works. There's it's weird because like, yeah, very WarioWare. Now, I think Grub talked about this too. Like WarioWare is very ugly sometimes, and it's funny because it's WarioWare in a funny way, in a
Sure.
great way,
Okay,
right?
sure.
Yeah.
It's like the in the Ren and Stimpy gross ups
Yeah,
kind
funny
of way.
Okay,
grotesque. Yeah.
Right.
Yep,
yeah.
yep, yep.
And like sometimes in this game, it's like, now are these visuals in this game? Is this just kind of ugly and maybe too simple? And is that charming, or does it kind of just sort of seem a little lame?
I think
in
it's
this
charming.
game?
I like it. I can't say that there's any mini games of like, oh, I don't like the look of this. I think that's
Mhm.
one of the stronger elements of the game.
I think
Yeah.
I never, because I love WarioWare. I love that series. I just never got into Rhythm Heaven, despite being a big like rhythm game person. I love music games, rhythm games, everything like that. I just never got into Rhythm Heaven. I think it's because, when they were first showing off in like magazines and stuff and like screenshots online,
Yeah.
I don't think it shows well as a still image because you look
Agreed.
at it, it looks a little like sterile, but then you see it in motion. And it's like, oh, the charm is like how it animates and everything like that. So I do want to go and try this one because the way you guys talk about it, the way that Grub talks about it, it seems like it would be up my alley. And it seems like this one's pretty good, even if like Grub said in his review, like the presentation is a little lacking sometimes. It seems like this is a really good one of those.
Yeah.
Right?
It's just not always entirely clear, especially in the outset of like where the cues are. Like there's cues, but they're not always
Right.
just because they are organic beats. They're not always like the moment you need to be hitting the button, and you just have to kind of like merge into the language that it's sort of speaking.
It'll do things like, oh, now suddenly your view's blocked, you can't see what's happening, or oh, we're gonna just like double the speed, and you kind of just have to, know what you know to be able to still hit that button.
Yeah. I there's some mini party game stuff that I still think is like super strong. How did you guys find the sort of like adventure-y mode with the battling?
Yeah, the RPG.
It's clever. It's a clever mini game. That's one thing I do love about these games in WarioWare is like the amount of just kind of toys they always unlock, or it's like here's just or side modes. Like this is more of an actual full side mode. And yeah, I think it's cool. I think just having to like tie attacks to different rhythm patterns and stuff, like it works.
I haven't tried that yet. I kind of want to get through like the normal game first. The one thing I didn't like, and you're able to turn it off, but when you start, there's like the tutorial character, whatever, and it does that robot voice thing. Nintendo loves that robot voice, and I think in some games, like in a Tomodachi, that'd be funny. I think they use it way too much. I'm like, just hire a voice actor for this thing. And it like sounded especially bad. I wasn't even pronouncing words right. And as soon as that robot was like, do you want me to read the words out loud? I'm like, no, stop doing that, please. It sounds terrible.
And it hits especially hard in this sort of like, hellscape of AI voices and stuff like that, where I'm just like conditioned to just despise any sort of like, you won't believe what they're doing. And it's like, no. You have to stop. Hire Mike Minotti. Let Mike Minotti be the voice.
I'll be the voice. I'll tell people that they have to push the A button on the fourth beat. It's fine.
Hire John Malkovich. Let him do it.
It's not charming. I'll give you Tomodachi Life for that now. That's it, Nintendo. Otherwise, enough with the robot voice. Nintendo, you have money. Hire some voice actors.
The Zelda movie is going to use that.
Yeah, we heard you had money. Use chat says Werner Herzog. You could use Sam Elliott. Ellen, I like Helen Mirren for this. Maybe I just think we need to like step outside of our comfort zone a little bit with narration. Thank you. Agreed. All right, let's see what else we got here on the list. It says here that Mike, you've been playing a brand new game called Elden Ring.
I am back in Elden Ring. I played this game when it came out, like everyone else. I loved it. And since then, in recent years, I've kind of gone back and played through all the other FromSoft games. And I kind of know a good deal more about this genre, about the franchise. And I've been kind of hankering to go back to Elden Ring. Largely because when I did that first time, I was using summons, I was using the bells, the spirit ash, and things like that, and that's fine. It was fun to do it that way. But I'm like, oh, now I'd like to try it without that stuff, especially some boss fights like Millennia, which is a lot of people that's like the boss fight in the game. I'm like, I didn't really even do that boss fight really. I summoned 2 guys who did it, and I had a chunky sword and shield thing that was no good against her, so I just kind of ran away the whole time.
That's every boss fight I've ever done in a From game until Sekiro.
Right.
I've beaten Sekiro, it's like, maybe I should play these games for real. They seem very good.
Right, it's really fun when you do it like that. So I'm like, okay, this time I'm not going to do my big shield and like sword build. I'm going to just do dexterity. I'm going to do a bleed build, which I know is supposed to be good in the game. So that'll be fun. And yeah, it's been really fun. I've just done a couple of like those first 2 big bosses, and even that first one I kind of got to him when I was maybe a little under leveled, so it took a lot of tries, but it was really fun to just kind of learn these combos. And Outer Ring is such a stinker even early on with the delayed strikes mixed with now suddenly this combo's gonna be 5 attacks very quick. You just gotta roll it out of the way. It's really satisfying to learn those things and to get good at them, and then progressively get a bit better, and then you have that one run where you get behind the skin of your teeth, and it's just this euphoria. You feel so amazing when that happens. Boy, Still a really pretty game. That's the Limgrave, that
Mhm.
starting area, just seeing that giant tree and the fields and everything going on. And I'm still shocked, like, boy, this game's so big and every nook and cranny has something to do. So yeah, Elden Ring, still good. And I'm excited to continue playing through it
I'm hearing
again.
from
And yeah,
chat that
go
you're
ahead.
always forgetting to two-hand your weapon.
Oh, it's a big problem, yeah, because especially
Why don't
now
they
I have,
remind you?
right, because I have a weapon that where it has a strength requirement that means it does basically nothing unless I two-hand it. What happens whenever you upgrade your weapon, it automatically goes back to being one-handed, and I never notice, and I always forget. It's a big problem. Yeah.
I do think what you're describing, though, of replaying it speaks to why it was always really silly to gatekeep FromSoft games and like people not wanting there to be anything resembling an easier way to play it, whether it be an easy mode or just like in-game mechanics that make it easy. And they're like, that's not the real way to play, and like you can't have those. I think it's it's cool that you played through it, maybe taking advantage of some of those things, and now you like the game because it's a good game and there's depth there. You can just revisit it and play it a different way, play it a more challenging way without even necessarily like turning on ultra hard difficulty or something. I think that speaks to their game design.
Right. And I've been watching actually a lot of FromSoft challenge run videos, and it's just fun seeing the fans come up with ways of like, all right, well, I'm gonna beat the game using only fist weapons, and I'm never gonna upgrade them. Stuff like that. I'm like, oh man, yeah, there's all sorts of ways you can kind of just modify the difficulty on your own. It's interesting.
Very good. No coincidence, folks, that we're talking about Elden Ring on Tamor Hussein's birthday. That's
Hey,
right.
happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Tam.
Hey.
There you go, pal. 24 years old.
Incredible.
Finally.
Speaking of people
My
in
baby
their
brother.
20s, baby brother. I'm his
no
dad
more.
too. What the fuck? Sean, you've got a duo of games, a tandem, if you will. Tell us about SuperStation.
So the SuperStation, I'm bringing a positive light to this hardware that I purchased after Mike unfortunately got shipped a dud.
I got a lemon. I gotta
Wow.
still fix that.
It happens with any hardware. Like
I
one in
know.
like 5,000 people get one that just happens to be a dud,
So I'm
unfortunately.
lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, just Mike lost the lottery this time. So yeah, I've got my SuperStation set up and I've been putzing around with it. If people don't know, if they haven't heard, I think you explained it, but if they didn't hear that on the Bombcast a few weeks back, this is like a pre-assembled Mister based console thing. And if you don't know what Mister is, basically it's like sort of like a Raspberry Pi style project where like you take a computer board and they use that to do other things. The Mister is taking a programmable computer chip, FPGA. You've heard that if you've bought like the Analog Pocket or something like that. This is like the open source version of all the stuff that Analog is doing. You can use a programmable computer chip to simulate at a very accurate level old video game hardware. It's very cool. And I've always wanted one. It's just it's always been such a DIY project. Kind of like building a PC. I didn't really want to get into that and maybe get the wrong thing in terms of like the add-ons you can get and everything. So that's why I like the SuperStation, is because it was Taki Udon's company, Retro Remake. They've been doing some like mod stuff. They did like the OLED screen for the Switch Lite. They did you could buy a Mister pre-assembled from them, but now they have one that looks like a PS1 Slim. People are getting them. A bunch of people in games media are getting them. I know a bunch of people in the audience are getting them now. And it's fun to play around with because unfortunately, they did not ship it with the console UI that they've been promising because they hit a couple bugs along the way. So when you get it, it's just a Mister. It just runs those games accurately and everything, even though it doesn't have that UI that they promised. That also has some of the functionality of hardware you may have purchased. Like the dock doesn't work correctly right now because like disk reading doesn't work because they need that extra stuff that they've been programming that isn't merged into the Mister project yet. So it's a really weird and messy situation. But the hardware itself, if you're using it as a Mister right now, and while we wait for that update, really good at what it does, like outputting classic games over HDMI and looking very clean. There's analog video output, so you want to connect it to a CRT. And the Mister project just keeps getting better. Now there's retro achievements support on, and if people have heard me talk about retro achievements.
You like those?
I love retro achievements. It's been a great way to like a reason for me to play more and more retro games. On top of maybe some news items we'll talk about that has me revisiting the past instead of going to the future. That's cool that now the NES, Super NES, Genesis, N64, and PS1 all have hardcore achievement support mode. So that's like, if you care about retro achievements, you want to play it like how people earn them on consoles. That's hardcore mode with like no save stating, no rewinding and stuff like that. It's cool that now we can do that on something that's like easy to set up. Like you take out the box, and assuming you don't get shipped a lemon, you just plug it in, load your games up, pair a controller by pressing a single button, and you're off to the races. It's really cool, and I'm really enjoying my time with it.
Yeah,
My situation's yeah.
I do really want one. I want it to work, so I do have to get back.
Yeah,
to
you
them
just got to
to
take advantage of that warranty, because they'll send you a new one.
Mine's
for
been frustrating because like I bought the dock with it, so I did the 2-in-1 thing, and everyone who just ordered the system started getting theirs, and I was like, man, I want to get it. I want to start messing around with it and stuff. And so you have to pay extra to get both of them shipped separately, but they were like, yeah, you'll get it earlier if you pay extra, and split them up. I was like, okay, fine, and I got it. So I have the thing. I've not turned it on yet because now it's like I'm waiting for the dock. And they just won't tell me. They're like, oh, yeah, we're starting mass production, TBD on when that's going out. And so it's just been this whole thing where it's like I paid extra to get it quicker, and I still don't have the thing. And it's, it's been a frustrating situation. So I have not been able to mess around with it yet.
What do you have right now? Like, what
just
did you
the
get?
system itself, but I do want to use it. Like, I want to start ripping my whole collection,
Okay,
So-
yeah, and that's so you're waiting on the dock now?
Now I'm waiting on the dock, yes. But they told me that by splitting them up, I would get the whole thing quicker, basically, and it's just not happening.
Well, by splitting it up, you got the system quicker, and now you have to wait for them to like have a dock ready for you. Which, like, if you got it slightly, like me and Mike got ours as soon as possible because we were in that like first batch. And so if you were even like a couple hours later or something, or like maybe like 30 minutes later, you're probably in like the next batch to get your dock or whatever. It's been very messy. It's been very messy from the company. It is like I say, like, I'm not excusing it or anything, but Taki has sort of like taken to his YouTube channel again to talk about the business side of things and being like, frankly, maybe they bit off more than they can chew. And hey, running a business is pretty freaking hard. And they underestimated some elements of how difficult some of that stuff would be. So I think it's a learning experience. I think it sucks that it turned out this way on this product, but hopefully they learn from it because they want to do more projects like this in the future. And the hardware itself, again, when it works, is very good, and I'm having a great time with it. So eventually we'll get to a point where everyone's going to be happy with it, and that's going to be cool. And for now, I'm enjoying what it is for what it is. Yeah,
and I'm in no rush too, because like with the Steam machine, I've just really been going all in on just like getting that set up exactly the way I wanted. So in terms of just like retro tinkering, I've definitely been.
How are you going to play PlayStation games?
Yeah.
There's no way.
It is every time I get a new device, I get very excited about it, and I turn to Bonk and I say, finally, I have a way to remember those old games I like to play. I can finally play them again. And she's like, I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
I gotta say, as someone who like is a bit guilty of doing a similar sort of rinse and repeat, like a psychopath, just like setting up retro consoles, getting them. I don't know. I kind of don't even like get down to the nitty gritty of like selecting games. I just sort of dump what I have and kind of move on. Like I'm just not playing them, and I just need to be an adult about it and just be like, I gotta stop caring. I just gotta stop, like, because
the grub sickness. You're buying the hardware and you're like, okay, well, anyways, moving on.
Well, I don't have a ton of them. I guess my most used retro device is probably like the Steam Deck.
Sure.
For being fully honest, I mean,
It's good at what it does.
Yeah, I tried to do it on the ROG Ally X thing, and I hate turning that thing on. It's just gonna annoy me with 11,000 updates every time I turn it on. And then and that's it. I'm just, and I have a Thor, which I've sort of neglected. It's just not like like the one game that I like to play once a year is Shadow of the Colossus, and it's like I've got a pretty good PS4 remaster of that serves me well. There are some purists who are like, oh, if you're not playing the PS2 version, you're a fucking asshole.
Yes, they get upset about that. I'm like, this new version is kind of nice.
Let me tell you something.
They're intense. I know.
They need to shut the fuck up, and they need to go touch grass. these fucking losers. Oh my god! Like,
There's always the purists too. It's like the people who say Final Fantasy VII Remake shouldn't exist at all. It's like,
right.
it's just not for you. It's fine.
It happens with all of them. Like there's a lot of Majora's Mask fans who are like, that 3DS version is no good. I'm like, that's the one that I liked and played through. And like,
so much better.
I bet they have good reasons. I listened to them, like I would understand, but I don't know.
It's more like the Majora's Mask one where they like changed the physics. I'm like, okay, I get it, but also the original's there for you to play. I get being disappointed in something, but I don't know, man. It's not working mad about.
I will say that like my favorite retro thing probably is still using my retro tank and actually using consoles, which is a cumbersome thing. But to me, that makes the whole thing a bit more fun and interesting to me. And I like collecting games, and there's something about like, I'm going to play GoldenEye, and a lot of people are like, well, here's a PC version you can play it on Xbox. Like, I don't know. I like putting this cartridge in my Nintendo 64 and just playing it like that with the controller and everything. And I don't know. It's just something
that's
about
why I've always
that.
wanted the Misters, because that way, I can hook up my little 8-bit 64 here, and then it feels like I'm playing on original hardware, even if I'm taking advantage of modern conveniences like built-in HDMI and stuff like that. So I like to meet in the middle of those two philosophies.
Last game I played on cartridge was Space Ace, so I think I'm ready to just be all, emulation, mister. Yeah, we don't need cartridges anymore. Yeah.
Well, the next Flight Club's gonna be emulation, which is something to look forward to.
It's a good costume.
Not tomorrow,
it's
everyone.
Very good.
Grub's out on side bit, but next week.
Yeah. I'm gonna need some written instructions and a manual.
Oh, right.
But I can't wait. I have some ideas. I haven't even told you boys of how I want to intro this whole thing.
Oh, it
involves a lot of production.
Oh.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I've got some ideas.
We need a giant litter box.
No. I'm not shitting in sand. We're not doing that.
That's what you think.
I'll only do that when I go to the beach. But yeah, we'll see what we can do here with that. Finally, last game on this list here is some sort of alphanumeric combination of letters. Is IW4X. Sean, what are we doing here, bud?
Yeah, if the name didn't give it away, so this isn't a game. This is a mod. I don't know. Again, we'll get to the news, but more than ever, I have this thought in my head of like supporting people directly and playing the games you already have, and like revisiting retro stuff. And so this is something that I was trying to find a copy of the Call of Duty Modern Warfare trilogy on 360 for a decent price, because that's backwards compatible. And I stopped and thought, like, am I actually gonna play this? Like, am I gonna pay for Xbox Live and play it online and stuff? And I'm like, well, no, I want to play with my friends, and we've all moved to like PC stuff for the most part, unless we're playing on like PS4. And so what this is, I looked it up, and this is a mod that's apparently running and working fine. It's like a community fix for the PC version of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the old one, not the reboot bullshit. And so there's been a few projects to do stuff like this. There was like the remake that they were going to do that Activision shut down and stuff like that. This is, this is a happy medium. This is fans going in, fixing the game, fixing the security issues with it, making it so that you can use a controller with aim assist, or you can use keyboard and mouse. It's all like custom servers, which apparently the ESA says is illegal, which they're not, you stupid morons. And so you can just go in there and like play. There'll just be a serverless, like a classic PC game. And it's just really refreshing to hop in there and play an old game that I, played in high school and college with my friends on our 360s. And instead of having to worry about, you fire up modern Call of Duty and you're hit with a million ads, and you have to worry about all the bullshit, the way Activision's running things.
The Call of Duty launcher is a great experience for everybody. We all love that.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, it's a running theme of communities are bringing back these games that we all love from back in the day and making them feel fresh and modern, and like fixing issues that companies don't want to invest in fixing. It's really cool. We did play this for game night the other night, me and my friends online, and we had a blast. It was just really fun to revisit something that we love. If anyone wants the actual link, I think there's a bunch of copycats. It's iw4x.io is where I got mine. Again, it's a mod, so I'm not gonna like put my whole ass behind this. But as far as I can tell, it's really cool. I had a good time with it, and it's neat to make sure that these old games stay alive.
I was watching Summer Games Done Quick yesterday, and one of the games played was this mod for Jack and Daxter called Gordon and Daxter, where it was just Gordon Freeman from Half-Life in the game instead. You're just you're just going around the Jack and Daxter map, and you're still getting the precursor orbs, but you're Gordon Freeman with those mechanics. I'm like, oh, I want to play that. That looks fun.
So you get like a gravity gun? Like what do you mean?
I think it might be more like first.
I think you can, but they were like bunny hopping with the shotgun and stuff like that. Because it's the PC, because they decompiled Jack 1. I think they're working on Jack 2 right now. There's all sorts of mods for the PC port of that decompilation project, and one of them, is Gordon and Daxter. Yeah, that was cool to watch yesterday.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm into this.
I had such a weird moment last week. Dib was watching one of his favorite YouTubers, who I cannot recommend enough, Ice Cream Sandwich. Super funny, amazing animator, great content. And in one of the episodes was the gravity gun from Half-Life, because he was just like referring to it. And Dib's like, I know what that is. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, it's a thing you can like pick stuff up and throw it. I'm like, what? How do you?
Oh yeah.
So like, again, this is not me complaining. I just think it's like this wild, cultural, video game cultural sort of like mishmash where we have like items from gaming lore and potpourri where like Dib knows what a gravity gun is. He doesn't know what Half-Life is.
Right.
He doesn't know what Gordon Freeman is. He just knows like what that weapon is.
Yeah, it's like the Gary's mod effect, where kids know it from the random crap they download on their laptop, and now we're at the point where it's all YouTubers doing that. Yeah,
I am glad. I do think that the gravity gun is one of the most important things that has happened in my lifetime.
All right, I mean, you go that way, I go another way, maybe, but like,
God, it's awesome. Holy shit,
pains me a little bit to hear my son say that, but I think like
the Moonraker laser, but
my other son. But he knows, like, he obviously he's played Portal, so he knows what the portal guns are, and obviously those are very much connected in more ways than one. But I just think it's wild. It's just nuts. I'm like, how do you know, little kid, what a gravity gun is? And there you have it. I think Chad is also correct. I think Gary's mod. Rich Bad Game said Gary Mod had a huge influence on YouTuber culture, which is
how we got the skibbity toilet, right? Yeah.
You see those references left and right, even if they've kind of lost all meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have outstayed their sort of immediate relevance in so many ways. It's kind of fascinating. All right. Well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, let's get into the news portion of the program. LARPing as Jeff Grubb will be Mike Minotti, delivering the news, putting on his press hat, getting that nice little cappy cap going. And we will join you in that section right after this. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Bombcast, folks. Hey, we're doing amazing work on our social channels. If you're not following us there, you're doing yourself a disservice, because when you're away from your computer at home, you are looking at your phone, and there's a lot. Well, let's be honest, folks. Well, it turns out there's a lot of bullshit out there. Okay, there's a lot of dookie, a lot of poopy pants out there. So put away the poopy pants stuff and follow us on whatever channel you want, whatever platform you're doing.
Will does a good job.
Will, yes. Sean, everyone does an amazing job. This stuff is popping off. It's seriously, it's very, very compelling stuff. I'm a huge fan. Thank you, Will. I'm just trying to actually get in good with Will so he presents me in a mostly positive light.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Will. Appreciate it. We have TikTok, we have Instagram. What else? Blue Sky.
YouTube Shorts, but you're already subscribed to the YouTube channel. I know you are, chat. You wouldn't not be subscribed to us on YouTube. That would be silly.
More Backlar snack reviews. I don't know if I could do more snack reviews. I did all the snacks I have. Just kidding. Just kidding. I have tons of snacks in the hopper, right? Dan?
Yes.
What do you
I
have
have
in the
snacks coming.
hopper?
I have Swedish fish bites coming.
Whoa.
Grub posted in the Discord, and I immediately bought like a 12-pack. So
Oh,
I'll be
I'm
trying
not much of
that
a
out.
candy guy, but I do like a Swedish
Oh.
fish.
Yeah. What about
Oh,
him,
yeah.
Mike?
I don't know what it is. It's a good texture. I kind of like gummies. Like I really look forward to my fiber gummy every morning now, right? It's like orange
too.
flavored.
I
Man,
have
it's
tons
good.
of gummies. No, I'm with you, Mike. I have so many. I have probably like 15 gummies a day just because I like having an excuse to have gummies. I got the probiotics, the prebiotics, the fiber, the multi, all that stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was going in a different direction with the gummies, but yeah, y'all old farts can have your fiber gummies in the morning.
I got the good gummies. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
You guys
Cheers,
can have your sin gummies. I'm going to get fiber.
What do you mean sin gummies?
You know what I mean,
federally
Dad.
illegal. What do you mean?
I'll try to put in a good word for you when I finally get to heaven years after you.
Oh, baby, where I'm going, there's no heaven.
Where I'm going, we won't need roads.
So we're in line because like when you go through the Statue of Liberty that's in New Jersey, you have to go through like airport security style, right? Like it's basically that. So my dumbass friend from Maryland, he brings his marijuana vape with him.
Whoops.
And they're like, sir. and he's the dumbest because he wrote in Sharpie the strain that's on it, so he couldn't even like get away with saying this is just nicotine or whatever.
I thought it was oregano. Or...
Sir, it says sativa. It says Bernie Lomax sativa on it. What could it be, sir? Throw it out, sir.
My dad travels with melatonin gummies, and on the bag he writes TSA : these are not marijuana gummies. These are melatonin for sleeping. Yeah,
and the TSA is like, thank you for labeling this because we all work on the honor system.
Yeah,
that's what TSA is, the honor system.
TSA is not chill, dude. The TSA agent was very pissed that I forgot that I had a can of Monster in my luggage when we went from one hotel to the other in LA.
Jesus.
He was not happy. I was like, I forgot. I'm sorry.
It matters if it's sealed too, right? It can't even do it if it's sealed.
No, yeah.
Doesn't matter. It can't be. Can't be liquid. But that's all right. The melatonin gummies also top tier. They kind of like a purple flavor. That's very good.
I'm sorry.
I have those, but I rarely.
Flavor.
No, I know what you mean, Mike. I think I might have the same ones. Are they
I don't know if I
square
would
and they
quite
got
call it
specs
grape.
on it?
Yeah. It's very specky. I think there's
I got the specky ones.
lavender in it too, and I don't know. It's good, man.
I like it.
Yeah, like I only need one to sleep, but it says I could take two, and sometimes I'm like, I just need another hit, baby.
Do you really? Does melatonin really do it for you?
It does, even though I'm like well aware my dad has said this. That might just be placebo. I'm like, yeah, maybe, but tastes good.
I mean, if it works for you, it works, right? Yeah.
I stay away from those. I feel like those make me groggy in the mornings, so I do stay away from the melatonin ones. Yeah,
knock you out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They are now doing like sleep time gummies, right? So they're like THC indica gummies that also, for lack of a better word, are laced with melatonin. And I gotta imagine like that's probably a 1-2 punch, right?
Yeah, that's gotta be interesting, man. I just want to kind of get all the gummies, just like put them in one bag, and just like eat them like candy.
I would say, Mike, are you with me? Like, I think some people would say this is ridiculous, but maybe you're with me, Mike.
Okay,
if we could just replace,
careful, son.
If you still at any point have the option to treat yourself and go out and get some Arby's, have a grill or whatever, but just an average day, if you could just get everything you need by taking a bunch of tasty gummies, would you do it?
If I felt satisfied from that, then sure, yeah, it'd be easy. But like, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I found like the Soylent stuff and Huel, where it's just like, here's just a concoction that gives me the nutrients I need, And
I can't do that because I find the thick drinky things disgusting. I just can't. I can't do them. Like I tried to do. I tried to do the protein shake, and I was like, I actually cannot drink this. This is too gross to me.
I can do those. I think it's Brave New World or whatever, where it's like, oh, cool, we can eat like this now.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's just the Soylent.
Yes, totally normal utopian situation there.
Nothing weird about it, right?
Don't worry about where it comes from.
Yeah.
So weird. So you want Matrix gruel in jelly form?
I want good Matrix gruel.
I want an excuse to eat more gummies.
I don't I just enjoy having like a full ass meal.
I do too. That's what I'm saying. Like we're not one or the
Not
other.
all the time. Not all the time. Yeah, I get it. But every once in a while, it's like, sometimes like, oh, the fact that I have to eat is a problem. Like, what am I even going to eat? When am I going to cook something? Am I going to go somewhere? It's going to be bad for me, you know?
If I just every day had like a bowl of gummies that I can parse out however I want to throughout the day, and that's everything I need, that would be ideal for me.
Like the Wonka kind of situation.
Yeah.
Got
And
it.
I like cheesburgers. Y'all are
I
wild.
do, but I would have
We'll
those
have
too. You can't have
cheeseburgers.
cheeseburgers
We'll
every
have them.
day.
Yeah, come on, to be irresponsible, you got to have the gummies instead.
Right.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I christened the new grill this weekend and did not cook a single hot dog on it.
How
Oh,
dare you?
Probably
I'm sorry
safer that
too,
way.
because I ordered 2 hot dogs yesterday and kind of only had room for one, and I brought one home, and like I don't know if I'm gonna get to it. I've been waiting too long, and I kind of didn't feel amazing after the hot dog last night, so I'm a little worried about eating my spare.
Yeah, we're all thinking about it.
Yes, Sean.
Is the 26th week of the year. I'm on 52. Up your game.
Jesus Christ.
52.
Up your game.
52. I'm
Am
on
I
6.
on?
Get with it, dude.
52.
I'm
hot
not your
dogs.
doctor, Sean, but I
That might
feel
be
like I
too
need
many.
to step in.
Might be too
I'm on
many hot
6.
dogs. Yeah.
52.
rookie
I'm
numbers.
beating Mike.
Yeah, I'm on
Wow.
just 5.
Mike's 5. I'm 6.
Jeff, what kind of grills you get?
I got a Weber.
Hell
Got a
yeah.
Yeah, I got a Weber, a 4-burner Weber, which is probably a little too big for what I need, but it proved to be the right size for the family of 5 that we were hosting over the weekend.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
You folks, if you get a new grill, you really got to burn. You got to do some burn off. You got to wash all the parts you can.
That's
Wash
true.
all the parts you can, and then make sure you do like a real long
Oh,
half hour, 45-minute burn off. Get all the production oils off the shit. Like, come on.
do you know the onion trick?
I do know the onion trick. I got a barbecue scrub daddy,
Oh, there you go.
and I'm cleaning with steam now,
There you go.
which is
Cooking
fun.
with gas, you're cleaning with steam. Let's go.
You're damn straight I am. Speaking of good
If you
news,
can
we
tell,
don't
this
have
is
any
a
of
call-in
it.
show.
We have no good news to report, and Mikey will have that honor as we pivot into the news.
There we go.
The onion trick has nothing to do with putting an onion between your ass cheeks. Okay.
That's celery. That's what you do with celery.
That's celery. You
And
damn
carrots.
fools.
Yeah, come
You
on.
damn
Get your
fools.
shit together.
I'm doing the news covering for Grub all week on Game Miss Mornings as well. So don't worry, we still have video game news happening, including latest from Xbox. Xbox is reducing staff by approximately 3,200 throughout the fiscal year 2027. The Xbox CEO Ashish Sharma had a kind of a post on the Xbox Wire. That was also a memo that went out to staff detailing this, noting, "We are beginning the most significant restructure in Xbox history. After careful consideration, I made the difficult decision to reduce our team by approximately 3,200 throughout the fiscal year 2027. This will include 1,600 role eliminations today, and in addition, 4 studios will leave Xbox to new management. This includes Compulsion Games and Double Fine, which are now independent, keeping their IP and games catalog. Ninja Theory and Undead Labs are going to have new ownership and will continue to work on their games, Senua and State of Decay 3, respectively. Also, Arcane is beginning consultation to look at its options. So we'll see what happens with that studio. They're working on Blade right now. Jason Schreier over at Bloomberg reported that id Software and ZeniMax Online Studios not shut down, but they've been hit by a pretty large amount of layoffs over there. We all kind of knew this was going to come on Monday, and here it is. A lot of layoffs, a lot of offloading. In this same kind of memo, Ashish Sharma is like, we want Xbox to be big. We want to entertain a billion people a day. We want to be one of those companies. How is that possible, guys? How can that possibly
It's
happen?
not. It's literally not. Physically not. You cannot reach 1 billion people a day if you're doing anything. She doesn't know what a billion is. She's a moron.
Yeah, there's only like how many billions of people on the planet, right?
7 or 8?
Yeah, we're
it's
gonna
like
an eighth. You're gonna reach an eighth of the people on the planet every day with Halo.
It's just such a on its face. It's just such. I think like this particular thing is just so ridiculous on its face. It's just like I don't. That is not the thing anyone wants to hear after you are decimating a failed section of your business, right? Like, it's just not the thing anyone wants to hear. It's the
Right.
wrong thing to say in that moment. Which I
There's
think
so many
just-
wrong things. I
Yeah.
don't want to hear that was difficult for you to upend all these people's lives.
Yeah.
Shut up. I'm tired of every CEO starting every statement with, after much deliberation, I have made the difficult decision. No, you fucking didn't, because you and your buddies are still making millions of dollars a year. Fuck off.
It wasn't difficult to parade around SGF like you belong there, right?
Right.
And now
Right.
free
yeah.
Xboxes.
Yeah, showing
I mean-
Senua and State of Decay 3 in your presentation, knowing that you weren't going to be owning those studios anymore pretty shortly after that.
Even Bernie Sanders chimed in on this. Did you guys see?
No,
what he
I didn't
posted?
see that. What did he say?
Bernie Sanders said last year Microsoft made 101 billion in profits, got a 12.5 billion tax break from Trump, and paid its CEO 96 million. This year, it's raising the price of an Xbox by 150 and eliminating 3,200 jobs. Please don't tell me corporate tax breaks create jobs. It never trickles down.
Right, and that's why I can't be like, well, at least they didn't just close down Double Fine and they let them keep their IP. It's those things are good, and I'm glad that, I guess, public pressure or just like them worried about looking too bad, I don't know, makes those things happen. I don't think that's entirely out of the goodness of their heart. Yeah, the other strange thing is, they're talking a lot in this memo about, we're going to refocus on our core franchises. Okay. In a lot of the reporting, Doom and Quake are mentioned as part of those core franchises.
What?
Last I looked, id Software makes Doom and Quake, and their like whole programming team has practically been laid off. So I don't know how you're gonna make more Dooms and or Quakes. We haven't even had a Quake in a while. I'd love to see a new Quake, but
Sure.
Halo. How are we gonna get people excited for Halo again? I got no idea. Gears. There's a new Gears coming out. We'll see how that does. It's not going to be some big deal. Elder Scrolls 6 seems like the one thing maybe that can be a big deal. But boy, Bethesda has struggled lately, right? Starfield happened. Starfield, even before that, it's kind of been this decline, honestly, since Skyrim over there. So I don't know how that just gets turned around. And, their next console is going to cost $1,000 or more, probably. It's not going to have very many exclusives. What are they possibly going to be able to do to turn the ship around and get people excited about this brand again?
How is that strategy any different than what they're doing right now? Are they not focusing on core franchises that they can get out the door?
We won't make a Fable again, everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry we forgot that, one of our biggest franchises went away. We'll refocus on that. Like, this isn't going to refocus more when you're also cutting jobs of the people who are intended to make those games. Like you brought up of like id and all of their stuff. I guess they'll hand the IP to someone else. They'll try to make it with a smaller team. Maybe they make it with a smaller team and then claim, oh yeah, it wasn't working out, so we're canceling the project and cutting the team. This shit reeks of concepts of a plan. They don't actually have something that they know they want to do. Asha's letter reeked of trying to meet fans and the corporation halfway and failing at both, because you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't just dangle, oh, Wolfenstein is being dangled in front of our face. Maybe we'll like that. They're not going to kill that. Like that Wolfenstein 3 project might still be happening. You can't do that when it's very obvious that you have no idea how you're going to expand while shrinking. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. At this point, it's just like, I'm not listening to anything you fucking say. Like, I don't care. Like, you've lost all the goodwill that was afforded, over afforded. I just, no one can take the messaging seriously from what's coming out of that camp. So, that's just sort of like the reality we have to exist in right now and for the foreseeable future, and get fucked. I don't know what else to say. Like, yeah.
But it sucks because like it's like, I have this anger towards Xbox, and it's like, boy, the people I'm mad at are almost never going to really face consequences. They're going to continue to make millions of dollars, while the people who are going to suffer are going to continue to be the developers at these studios. Like somehow Obsidian, right? We're going to lay off people from Obsidian, the one studio who has been consistently making games for you guys. And Xbox, they had the opportunity to foster more of these franchises. They own Rare. They had Perfect Dark and Banjo-Kazooie and did jack all with that. They canceled the Perfect Dark game. Banjo-Kazooie, they haven't even fucking tried since Nuts and Bolts. That's what's Nuts and Bolts. Make a fucking Banjo-Kazooie game.
It's like that's the thing, and you know, I don't know. My take is like they obviously do not care about this part of the business, right? Because it's a massive, you know, sort of divestment, right? So it's like certainly, you know, if there's a world where somehow Xbox becomes profitable after this decimation and the sort of like repairing of this colossal mismanagement of the last however many years, like, all right, then Xbox will continue because it's making money. But all of this is done in service of like eliminating the wild, you know, sort of unprofitability that Xbox as a business has amassed. So it's like, don't expect anything because it's not being treated like these are people. It's being treated like it's just another asset that is not going to do anything. So I feel like you have to, you know, not count on anything coming out that they've ever said is going to come out, right?
Right.
Like, don't believe anything. You like, if I was an Xbox freakazoid fanboy, you know, I would be unconsolable, but I would also have to like eventually face the facts that like all this shit is completely up for grabs. It's entirely possible that it doesn't happen. Right, like everything they say cannot be trusted. You have a invisible thing right now, you know.
And playing off of what both of you said, the problem here has always been it's not actually been the studios. That has not been Xbox's problem. It's always been management, always, because Xbox started, you know, by all accounts, it started as like some nerds in the company wanted to get a gaming division off the ground. And like the way they could do that was by invading the living room. That's what Bill Gates would have signed off on is we'll invade the living room with the direct Xbox. Right. And so, you know, it was a little scrappy in the beginning within a bigger corporation, but they had something cool there with Xbox. Going into Xbox 360, they put out a really good product, you know, Red Ring and all, sure. Right. But they got over that and they had a really good system on their hands with really good teams. But of course, it's always the matchmaking in the way, and that's how we get shit like Don Matrick. There's that story going around yesterday of someone who worked on Halo 4 presenting it to Don Matrick and him like stopping like what was it like when the tank comes in and saying, "Does anybody here play Diablo 3? It came out a little bit ago." Like, and he tried to present to everyone on a team the fucking auction house for
a real money
skins.
Auction house with the real money that like almost tanked that game in the beginning that they had to get rid of because everyone fucking hated it so much. And all the fucking yes men would be like, "That's a great idea, Don. That's amazing. That's so awesome."
It's a wild story because it's emblematic of everything that is wrong with Xbox management over the years. From that to then, you know, we have the Phil Spencer era where they massively overspend to try to make Game Pass the biggest thing in the world. And then what we didn't know until semi recently is the whispers on the wind weren't true. Like they were like, yeah, you know, Game Pass is profitable. Everything's looking good. We've built up this portfolio again. It's going well. And then we find out the truth of, because they're not accounting for running the studios, which of course they wouldn't if they're willing to just cut the studios left and right. And that's how we end up here with the Asha Sharma era, where Xbox got too damn big. And like Grubb is always saying, you know, the Hatchet Man approach, they sent her in to just make cuts left and right and just upend everyone's lives. Yeah. It's just an endless cycle of not a cohesive vision, and the vision of Microsoft, which is always the problem. It's like Microsoft and their management, you know, oozing down into anything interesting that Xbox might be doing and needing that infinite profitability, that infinite growth. And it is insane because it never works out, as we're seeing here.
It feels a bit like, you know, maybe you tend to get you're most pessimistic during like the midst of this for sure. Sometimes things somehow turn around. It's hard to imagine here, but right now it just feels like, boy, all the Xbox-ness in Microsoft's gaming portfolio is going to disappear. And what they're going to be left with is the stuff that is profitable on its own: Mojang, Call of Duty, King, and maybe Blizzard, and everything else is maybe going to be, including Bethesda. Everything else is going to be closed or shut down, or God knows what's going to happen.
Yeah,
Because
because those are
investment until they can turn it. Yes.
right. They just want those because those are the clear revenue sources. That's something that like a Microsoft executive, maybe Satya himself, can look at and see, oh, we're making X millions off of Minecraft. We're making X millions off of Call of Duty. This is worth having. But, all these other studios, they're not making that co-pilot money, that potential co-pilot money that I love so much. They're not making that. And that's what this all comes back to. And maybe why it shouldn't be surprising that the former head of, the AI core team is now the one running Xbox, willing to make all these cuts in the name of Microsoft's just insanely misguided approach to what they're doing now with software.
We almost need like an on the ground man on the street reporter who can sort of speak outside of our little bubble, where we can get like the normie reaction to what goes on. Like I certainly have those people in my life who are like someone over the weekend was like, "Is Xbox bad now?" And I'm just like, "Oh, brother, like we this cannot be a text message conversation. Like we're gonna have to fucking sit down and really like go through the whole thing." I don't know. Maybe now that Bernie's commenting on it, now it comes more into the sort of public discourse.
This stuff is certainly like
is great. Yeah,
it's breaking containment because my mom, who is older, so she just watches the local and national news once each a day. She knew about PlayStation prices going up. It's like she's aware of this because it's hitting national news stories and stuff. So people are certainly starting to get aware of it. I think if you're even remotely online and you like video games, you get served videos and TikToks and whatnot about people shitting on Xbox when they want to and shitting on PlayStation. And then, even Valve.
Yeah, but like, look, if unfortunately everything has become such fucking team sports that like,
sure.
Oh yeah. I've seen the comments.
But again, just like our politics, like people become so deluded and delusional, right, that they just find a way to kind of like understand the cycle in the way that they are the most comfortable receiving that narrative, right? So like I mean there's people who are just like, finally somebody's cleaning up Xbox,
right? Draining the swamp.
Like it's just so psychotic. Like these people are terminally delusional.
Sometimes big influencers even, it's like, no dog, you don't understand what you're saying.
So that's what I worry about, right? Because there's no consensus of reality, right? So
very valid. Yeah.
Right. So like you just have people kind of like wading in their little piss pools of complacency, and like that's kind of it. So I don't know. I really do want to follow my normie friend and just sort of pick his brain a little bit more, because I'm just like, what else do you fucking think about Xbox, dumbass?
Right.
Like, what else do you think's going on right now?
Well, we don't want PlayStation to feel left out, because believe it or not, that all happened after the last Bombcast, where PlayStation announced that the physical disc production is ending in January 2028 for new games. This is kind of what they said on their post about this, as consumer preferences and the broader entertainment industry continue to shift away from physical discs to digital. Physical game disc production for all new games releasing on PlayStation consoles will be discontinued starting January 2028. Following this date, new games will be available on PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital formats only. This is a natural direction for Sony Interactive Entertainment to adapt to consumer trends, as the general preference for digital media significantly outpaces physical discs. This transition will enable us to align more closely with how much of our community prefers to access and play games today. Oh, damn, dude, it's so hot when companies align with consumers. Shit. We'll continue to prioritize our resources to drive innovation and how players can access games, and provide choices as to where players prefer to purchase new games, whether that's at retailers or PlayStation Store. We remain committed to delivering a world-class gaming experience to our fans. We thank you for your continued support. But you talk about breaching containment. This one seems to have pissed a lot of people off, huh?
Oh,
yeah.
it definitely transcends the sort of industry insider savvy connected person where it's just like, what? I own nothing. And that's really what it sort of is, right? Like everyone has been going on their little diatribes of like, well, this little niche thing will be affected. Like obviously all that will happen. I think it's it's just reinforcing this notion of just no ownership, right? And obviously you have all of the like cultural gaming knock-on effects that directly impacts, right? With like discovery and just like people who don't have the material means of like buying a brand new game when it comes out, right? Like just things like that, like the whole sort of economy of games is directly impacted by this. But I do think it does all just start from the thing that everyone who enjoys, this type of media. It's just like you just don't own anything, and that's just what it is. You own nothing. You own nothing, and you will continue to own nothing. And things will be ripped from your digital ownership in the blink of an eye against your will. And if you didn't read the 4,000 pages of TOS fine print, you're a piece of shit. It's completely anti-consumer, completely and look, it's a systemic issue. The system is not built for the consumer. We have allowed our version of capitalism to fester in such a way that it rewards profit over people, and that is it. So everyone could get mad at every sort of section of capitalism that impacts them, whether it's the insurance or medical care, whatever it is. There's one common enemy, and that's it. And the sooner you realize what we all have to be in arms about, in revolutionary spirit about, it ain't gonna fucking change. And that's what it comes down to.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, and it's important here to note that you're right with it's profitability over people. That's what's happening with Xbox with that news story. That's what happens here with PlayStation with this news story as well. Because it's important to note that the big thing here is that they're not, it's not for PlayStation, it's not about the ability to take away your game that you purchase from them. It's not like, and some people are like positioning it that way of like they intentionally want to do the evil thing. No, because they know that people will frown upon that and they won't want to do it. This for them is about controlling the market. They don't want consumers to have any choice in the matter, and if you don't have any choice, you have to go to the only game in town, literally. And right here, this is the PlayStation Digital Store, because they got rid of the ability to buy codes for specific games back in 2019. You can't buy, a code for, I don't know, Spider-Man 2 or whatever. You can't buy that on a gift card at Walmart or whatever. You need to buy a PlayStation Store gift card and use that or give that to someone, and then redeem that balance to then purchase a game. You have to do things the way PlayStation says. And physical in the modern age was always the deterrent against that. We had the ability to go to used game stores, to go on eBay, to trade them with our friends, to do whatever hell we wanted with our physical games. Because even if they are still DRM discs, it's a physical object you can hold and transfer. And that's why we have the ability to set prices the way we want to. But that's what they are taking away from us, because they want full control of the ability to set prices and everything like that. And that sucks, because now the console is going to just become a more locked down PC at the end of the day, which, the reason we like PC is because it's an open platform. Sure, a lot of us choose to do Steam, choose to like have our Steam libraries, out of a sense of like, oh, Valve provides a good product, I will give them money in exchange for a good product. But there's always that knowledge there of it's a PC, we can pirate the games. Like if they fuck up, we'll go elsewhere. We'll say no. We can, for a lot of these games, especially the smaller ones, the indie games, we can go to GOG. We can download from an itch.io page. We can go to the developers directly from their own damn website sometimes and download an EXE. There's other options available to us, let alone the openness of like emulation and stuff. I'm not even talking about that. Just the fact that Valve provides a service where we can trade Steam keys, back and forth, and authorized resellers exist. So there is a free market for that. There is an open market for that. And that's what physical games were for the console. And they're taking that away. They're taking that choice away and locking things down. And that just sucks for everybody, including the digital only people, because now you're just going to have to do what PlayStation says and you have zero choice in the matter.
Yeah, well, at least those savings from not having to manufacture all these discs and whatnot, that's going to be passed on to consumers, right?
Always.
Yeah. boy, it's just again that next console generation. Boy, is that going to be interesting to see how that does, because the PlayStation 6 is probably not going to have a disc drive. Certainly not going to come with one. They're not going to be making discs anymore by the time this thing is out there. So that's pissed people off. Could be incredibly expensive, probably $1,000 or more. And there just aren't going to be that many exclusives. There are few and fewer all the time. The last big PlayStation Studio exclusive, let's not forgetting something, was Soros, and that feels like a hot moment ago, doesn't it? Doesn't that feel like some time? Like, so the reason why we used to like these home consoles is, the ease of use, the plug in and play. They were a lot cheaper than computers, and they would get a lot of exclusives. And now, like, a lot of that is just becoming less true. The plug and play stuff is still a big deal. And maybe you can argue, hey, compared to getting comparable PC, still is technically cheaper, I guess. But it's beginning to just lose that battle, where I wonder how many people are going to put up with it for much longer. It's gonna be so interesting to see if a PlayStation 6 is still going to manage to be a success, sort of despite all of this.
Yeah, I mean, it would be one thing, again, if all of these companies were just losing everything. If like, that is a big part of it. It would also be something if, like, I don't know, at the very, very least, there was some sort of like plan to preserve the cultural nuances of what physical media did provide people, right? Like, oh, you can share this thing, or you can discount a thing, or you know what I mean? Like, trying to emulate some of that that economic behavior that physical media provided people, but there's just none of that. It's just fucking over.
And they at least need a plan for people to be able to use their physical library in some way, shape, or form, which currently they don't. And so the PS6 doesn't have a disc drive. Well, your discs are just coasters now. That sucks. So maybe that's one reason people won't buy a PS6, is if it can't play a disc. I mean, there's always the possibility that the add-on drive can be used for the PS6, or there's an external drive. I feel like they should have said that if that were the case right now. So it seems like there's not a plan for that. I don't see it in the rundown here, but there's that rumor going around. I think Tom Warren reported on it that Xbox is getting ready to do their own like disc to digital. That's literally what they call it. Plan of, from now on, when you pop an Xbox One or Series disc into an Xbox, it'll credit your account with a digital version. So you are basically digitizing the disc, and then if like you give the disc to someone else, well, then their account gets that credit instead. It gets transferred. And at least that's some way to, like, if we're moving into an all digital future, like, give me something for my physical games I've built up over the year. And that's part of why people are pissed off, is the sense of like, oh, so we're going into an era of PlayStation where my past is meaningless because I chose physical. Well, then you've lost me as a customer, and that really sucks. Especially, we ain't even mentioned this came out the same day as they announced they were shutting down storefronts. Like the PS3 and the Vita store are going away. And sure, you can still re-download games you've purchased, but people are still going to be making YouTube videos, still recommending games to their friends, and you won't be able to download those games in the future. It sets a bad precedent, even if that's old tech that would be difficult to maintain. The fact is that, like, if you can't re-download a PlayStation game, and there's at least one platform where that's true, it doesn't give me hope for, like, 20 years from now, will I even be able to, like, download PS4 games?
It really does remind me of, that time where, like, everyone, that E3 video with the here's how you share a what was it, not
PS4, that's PS4.
Yeah,
right before that came out.
They
It
killed
reminds me of
Xbox
that.
in that one moment.
Right. And again, it's the team sports of it all again, right? Like, I don't know. I very vividly remember seeing that video being like, fuck these guys also. The second it becomes feasible, they'll stop doing it too. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, what are you, stupid? What are you, fucking delusional? You don't think, they're making good? They're playing a charity here? Like,
because they love gamers. Back
you're out of your fucking mind. They're for
the players. They said that.
They hate
That's
you.
right.
You are just a wallet. You are just a PayPal address to them. They fucking hate you and don't care about you. Yeah. And that video is a spit in the face, a slap in the face. It wasn't that long ago.
hey, let's not make Nintendo feel left out here. Nintendo's
Yeah.
going to stop selling the Nintendo Switch in Europe in 2027. That's from Jordan Miller at VGC. Nintendo of Europe has announced that it will stop selling the original Switch consoles in early 2027, after which point retailers won't be able to order any stock of the entire Switch family of consoles. This is because Nintendo's announced that later this year will begin selling Nintendo Switch 2 consoles and accessories with replaceable batteries in Europe. In 2023, the European Union passed a new regulation called the EU Batteries Legislation, which requires consumer products with built-in batteries to make these batteries easily removable and replaceable starting for 2027. So yes, there's this new European Union regulation where electronics have to have easily removable and replaceable batteries. So Nintendo's going to bother, making Switch 2 consoles and accessories like Joy-Cons do that. They're belly aching about that. They're like, oh, these things are going to be heavier and the battery life's not going to be as good, blah, blah. But for the Switch 1, they're not going to bother to kind of make new versions of those. They're just going to stop selling that console in Europe. Yeah, interesting stuff, huh?
This one is at least a that makes sense moment of,
that
by
makes sense.
law. By law, they kind of have to do this. It's either make a new Nintendo Switch, the 2017 hardware, or just stop selling the machine that most people aren't going to be buying anymore. And it sucks a little bit because people do still buy like Switch Lights and whatnot here and there as a cheaper way to get into gaming.
We could use a budget console in the world right now, right?
Of course,
sure, good. Yeah, like hopefully the Switch 2 Lite comes out sooner rather than later. But even a Switch 2 Lite is probably going to be like minimum $300, right? It's probably closer to like $350 or $400.
That's probably more,
So
I don't want to know the size of that screen or what it's made of. I don't want to know anything about that.
Right. It's just Labo. It's going to be cardboard. Make your own Switch 2.
It's going to be black and white. It'll be like a Kindle. It'll be a Kindle situation.
Yeah, it'll be super neat. But you could replace the batteries. There's that.
Well, that's good.
That's good. And then one last thing here. I think last week before all the layoffs and the studio splitting off today happened, we learned that Xbox sort of pulled back its funding for Project Fantasy with IO Interactive. Well, now IO has confirmed that it will continue Project Fantasy independently, also by Jordan Miller of VGC. IO Interactive has confirmed it will continue working on Project Fantasy after the end of its financial partnership with Microsoft. Project Fantasy is an RPG that's been in development for some time at IO Interactive. Last week, amidst uncertainty at Microsoft, which this week led to thousands of job cuts, IO announced that it has ended its relationship with the financial backer of Project Fantasy, later confirmed to be Microsoft. Now in a statement, the 007 First Light developers confirmed it will continue working on the project. This is a quote now. Following the end of our external finance partnership on Project Fantasy, IOI has regained full ownership of the project and our IP. We'll continue to develop and fund it independently amongst our other projects. With this context, we had to find a new balance for the long-term future of the studio, focus on the success of our main internal core titles. Well, where have I heard that before? Instead of external projects and potential mobile game derivatives. This has meant making changes as well as proposing changes across our studios, the closure of our Istanbul studio, and starting a process to part ways with colleagues who have been a meaningful part of what IOI is. So, there still have been job losses, and they closed down a whole studio over there, but they are still going forward with Project Fantasy on their own. So, boy, that'd be pretty funny if this game was some giant hit.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what it would be at this point, because I don't know. Does IOI have a history of anything like this? Like, obviously, they're known for Hitman, which led into 007. I don't remember anything like this from them.
No, that's the scary thing, right? It reeks a little bit of the freaking Detroit 2 Human people making a live service game, right? Like, oh, this isn't exactly that. This is just some big RPG. It's out of their wheelhouse. Now,
yeah,
okay,
they make good stuff, right? But again, Bond, that seemed in their wheelhouse. That was similar enough to a Hitman. And they've been trying other things, like, they try to become a publishing arm. And what was their big game that they published? Mind's Eye.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. We're not talking about that.
That's right.
Yeah. So we'll see about Project Fantasy. I'm not even sure like how RPG-ish it is. We don't really know very many details about this thing. It's just something they talked about. And again, Microsoft was funding it, and they pulled back from that as a part of this. Their very large scale downsizing.
Right.
Still going to reach 1 billion.
This is a good example of like, how far reaching it is when a company that's as massive as, Xbox/Microsoft has become. It's a trickle down effect of these partnerships are now going to peter out, and people are going to have issues maintaining things because they were banking on publisher money and whatnot. So that really sucks. I'm glad that they can keep things going in any way they can, like we saw with the Xbox studios that are able to go independent or anything like that. Thank God, but it does suck that layoffs were involved here as well, because they have to like make something smaller. They have to maintain things in a smaller way. That is really unfortunate.
I think on the other side of the Xbox clusterfuck and things like this with IOI, I am just curious to like where the money is coming from, right? Like there does seem to be signs that there's money out there, right? And some of these places are either transferring their sort of bankrolling or whatever it is. I'm very curious, and I'm sure there'll be reporting that sort of elucidates all that. But I'm very curious as to like where everyone's bread is going to get buttered,
Yeah, hopefully it's not relying on companies like Tencent and stuff too much, because we've seen how those relationships tend.
Have you heard of Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, they're handing out money left and right, I hear. I say weeping about the fighting games community.
That'll continue forever. All right, that's it for the news. I am handing the show back over to you, Mr.
Maybe I don't want it. Mike, you ever think about that, bud?
Damn, my bad.
Maybe I'm going to just serve you an Uno reversal card and say, nope, it's yours now. You have to deal with it. It's your problem. Okay, we're going to take a break. Thank you for bearing with us through that news. Obviously, that news is very heavy, and, we're in this together here. On the other side, we're going to have emails, super chats if we got any, and all the other stuff to put a bow on this week's episode of the Giant Bombcast. Stay with us, and we'll be right back. Emails. I love that. Dan, your motherland destroyed the USA yesterday in the beautiful game. How do you feel about that?
Is that soccer?
It's football, but yes, Americans call it soccer.
I'm in America, and I have no opinions whatsoever about this.
But you're Belgian.
I don't care.
Oh, you don't care that you're Belgian?
Could not possibly care less about anything that's ever happened in soccer.
It's soccer,
like
but
negative interest in anything that's ever happened.
What about the Belgian part?
Like, what about the Belgian part? That's what I'm talking about. I brought it up because you're Belgian.
Needle has not moved in any way.
Okay.
All right. Dan hates Belgium. You heard it here first.
I like waffles.
Me too.
Oh, yeah. I'm pro
gosh.
Belgium in general. I just don't care about the soccer part.
Got it. Well, we all know there's more wrestling fans than soccer fans. Folks, it's emails time. If you have something on your mind, on your chest that you want to get off, please do us a favor. Email us at bombcast@giantbomb.com. Bombcast@giantbomb.com. We've got a selection of emails that Jan, I believe, or did you do this, Sean? Who
Jan got it. He took care of us today.
What a guy! What a freaking guy! What a gem! Okay, we're gonna go through some emails. This one is from Ransom from Pittsburgh. The question is for Jeff Grubb and Mike Minotti. So Minotti, you're gonna have to do all the heavy lifting here. Kroger just bought Giant Eagle. I don't know what any of these words are. As Ohioans, I need to know if Kroger is a good grocery store or am I screwed? Thanks. Love you guys and keep up the amazing work. Maybe Dan could chime in too with his grocery knowledge. What do you guys think?
Well, this is so Giant Eagle is the grocery store chain that we have here, at least in Northeast Ohio, and I think a good amount of Western PA. And they just got bought by Kroger, which is a bigger grocery chain store. I mean, look, I don't think Giant Eagle was like exceptional at being a grocery store. It was a grocery store. I think they're gonna keep the name Giant Eagle as well. So I don't know. I mean, it's consolidation and all that, so that part's bad. I don't think our grocery experience is going to notably change too much. Who knows? Everything ends up being bad anyways. Somehow it will get worse. You have to fucking battle royale for your bread now. Whatever.
Whoa, I don't know if it's that bad yet, but yeah, go ahead, Sean.
Our chain of stores in Wisconsin got bought by Kroger quite a while ago. It was back when I was working
Okay, so
retail,
you
like
can tell
10
us.
years ago or something. Yeah. So it's I know Kroger's not a good company, and like I've talked to like an executive in passing one time. I was like, oh yeah, y'all suck, huh? But in terms of like the grocery shopping experience, Kroger actually has like some good store brand stuff and everything that they brought in. Like I did see more products than I was used to lining the shelves when we had our own we had a couple different like store brands at our stores because of other mergers. But like, at least like buying groceries, it's been good the past decade since it happened. So I don't know. I feel like you'll be all right. Personally, I would be more worried about the workers at the store if they have to deal with any shit of like potentially bundling things up in a different way, and maybe like there's some just some strictness in terms of hours and stuff. That's what we saw, but it's also been a long time since I had a firsthand information of that. So I think you'll be fine.
I'm genuinely interested to hear what Dan thinks, because Dan, all kidding aside, you've lived everywhere in the country. You've lived on both coasts, in the middle. What's your after everything you've seen? What is your most? What is your top S tier grocery store?
I don't go to a lot.
Okay.
You're an Amazon deliveries kind of guy, or
we've
something?
kind of done that forever. I'll say I like Cub when I'm at Cub in Minneapolis.
What's
That's
that?
a good one. Cub Foods is good. That's the one around here. Back in Kansas, it's Hy-Vee and Price Chopper. Those are good. My dad worked at both of those after Reichert's Market closed.
Okay.
I hated grocery shopping in San Francisco and New York. San Francisco, parking is a giant pain in the ass. In New York, it's like you can only buy what you can carry. And like, as someone who buys like 200 cans of soda at a time, that makes it kind of hard in New York City to carry all that. So,
but that's less an experience thing and more just like a logistical thing.
Well, but also the grocery stores themselves, like in New York, they're all small and like weirdly laid out. And like, I remember when we moved to Connecticut and got a car again, just that feeling of being able to drive to the grocery store, park, go get a big ass cart with big wide aisles, grab everything you want, and then put it in a trunk. It was like, oh my God, I missed this. Like, this actually is like a really great way to do it.
I was about to make fun of you for Cub, and then I'm like, oh wait, you still have those? Because I was like, oh, the last time you went to a grocery store was 25 years ago. Nope, that's just Wisconsin. Forgot about that.
No, yeah, we got Cub. Yeah, Cub's good. Rainbow's not here really anymore. I don't see Rainbow much anymore.
Y'all ever been to a Piggly Wiggly?
Oh yeah,
I think they should all just be Piggly Wigglies, because I like saying that.
Sorry, Mike. What the fuck do you just say?
A Piggly Wiggly. I think it's like the Carolinas. Yeah, Piggly Wigglies.
Piggly Wiggly?
They had one in Kansas growing up.
Yeah. This man's never watched that 70s show. Come on,
And you're supposed to like go into this place like in a serious manner?
Yeah, like I go to Piggly Wigglies after church today, kids. We need more milk and eggs.
I don't know if it's different elsewhere, but any Piggly Wiggly around here looks like it is still like in the 80s, and it's almost kind of nice. Like they keep it clean and everything, but I'm like, man, beige as far as the eye can see, huh? This is a wild thing.
Oh, you guys have Marks?
No.
Was it Mark with a C? It is more of like a discount grocery store, which is fine, but like they make it look really discount. They like found the most piss yellow paint they could possibly find and just use that to highlight everything, and just paint walls just covered in the least attractive, decaying, like makes you think of death and despair yellow I've ever seen. I don't like being in Marks. I hate it.
Who doesn't like a good piss yellow though? You know,
I like any place that has the deals and you don't have to get the card, you know.
Oh,
but I will get the card.
Advantage card place. Yeah, I definitely have to use the card there.
Yeah, it's nice that you can just like type your phone number in. So like that's what we do with Cub. But yeah, I don't like to have to sign up for something.
we on the East Coast we have or where I am we have different places. Guys ever hear of Stu Leonard's? Oh, you probably heard of Stu Leonard's up
We
in
had Stu
Connecticut.
Leonard's in Connecticut. Yeah, they had animatronics and stuff. Yeah,
That place rules for
Mhm.
sure.
That was very cool.
Animatronics.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have like singing cows and like corn on the
Whoa.
cob and stuff.
Oh, they
Yeah,
got- okay, damn, shit.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yes, obviously Joey's an East Coaster in chat. We got ShopRite, Stop and Shop, Kings, which is pretty expensive.
Kings, I know.
Wegmans, you ever heard of Wegmans?
No,
No,
Heard of
is a-
Wegmans.
Wegmans.
it's like a Stu Leonard's adjacent kind of fancier place. Oh, I feel like everything is just nuts with the pricing of whatnot and anything. Yeah, I mean, what can a banana cost? $10?
Right.
the banana, Dan.
All right. Next, Joe from Nottingham writes in, can you please rank the following wrestlers? Junkyard Dog, Gangrel, Al Snow.
says he was
Mark
watching wrestling during
Henry.
the Attitude Era and says Gangrel.
Is Gangrel? I thought that was like the
Gang-
monster in a fairy tale.
It's a Gangrel. Oh, well, are you thinking of from Beowulf?
Yep,
Yeah, yeah. This is Gangrel the vampire.
got it. And Brian Pillman.
I think Dan's
Hey.
internet is dying.
Yeah. Oh no! Don't make me answer
Grendel,
this
that's
for
right.
him.
Grendel. Thank you,
Grendel is what
chat.
you're. Oh, this looks happy in that final frame
Yeah,
there.
at least he went out happy.
Right.
Hello.
Oh,
He's
hello.
back.
You're
Hi,
back.
hi,
You're
hi.
back, Dan.
Hello.
There you
hello.
go.
Hi.
You're back, okay?
Okay.
Grundle. Grundle.
No,
Yes.
Gangrel is always fanging and banging. He's the fucking and sucking vampire warrior.
I wish Dan wasn't back.
Yeah, never mind.
Banging
Can your
and
internet
banging.
go out again, please?
Is
He's
Brian...
cool. I like Gangrel. I had to lie to
Yeah.
him one time.
Mm.
Because
I
it was
like
my
Al
first.
Snow the best.
I was just gonna say he is literally the only bad one on here.
Al Snow?
Yes, you just like him because it's the only one you've heard of because he was in ECW during the 3 weeks you watched
He
wrestling.
said had a lot, right?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, it was more than 3 weeks. It was
Sure.
probably a total of 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Is
Okay.
it-
Maybe
Isn't
2.
Brian Pillman the best one on here?
He was the best character out of all of them. I would say, it might be. I mean, Mark Henry's good as far as like
Mark
big
Henry's
man, believable big man, good on the mic. Mark Henry's got to be up there.
That salmon colored suit with the fake retirement was a great
That
great
was
storyline
incredible.
moment.
Pillman's one of the more interesting ones for sure. I mean, that's the thing. The 4 other ones outside of Al Snow are all maybe
Why is
Gangrel's
why
the
are you
second
shitting on Al
worst.
Snow? So you didn't like his gimmick? You didn't like his mannequin?
Al
What
Snow
was
is
his
a fucking
gimmick?
dumbass. Al
He's
Snow
a
is
dumbass?
a dumbass. I watched an Al Snow match yesterday, Jeff, where he wrestled against Head, his mannequin Head. Hardcore Holly was the special guest referee, and Al Snow thought that the Head was the hardcore champion, and he had to wrestle it, and he wrestled the whole match against a fucking mannequin Head.
Wow,
and it
wrestling
sucked.
sounds pretty stupid.
Yeah, wrestling sounds dumb as hell.
Let's not answer
Yeah.
this question.
Why'd you watch that?
Yeah, well, I don't really watch much anymore.
All right, so okay, so I thank you, Joe. Hopefully you received your answer here. I think we did a good job.
Junkyard
with it.
Dog's awesome. Gangrel's cool. Al Snow sucks. Mark Henry's awesome. Brian Pillman was a fascinating character.
All right, there you have
Mhm.
it
He had a
from
gun.
the expert himself. Travis from Fargo writes in. This is the guy who does like the bunch of different
That's
ones?
fine.
Does a
Jan picks
bunch.
one, yeah.
Jan picked one. Yeah.
Okay, Jan picked the second one. What's the cowbell of video games?
Ooh.
Dan
oh,
Reichert.
Oh no, this is
Not
like
a
the thing
pick.
you
No,
need
this is
more
what people
of.
want more of.
Yeah, I think
that's my
it
boy.
It used to be parallax scrolling back when we had more 2D games.
Jesus Christ, Mike.
Yeah,
Active
got-
reload.
Gotta have more parallax scrolling. There's not enough active reload. I think there's
That's what
more
I'm saying.
couch-
I want more. I want
Yeah, but
more
there's-
active
you-
reload.
there's-
That's right. He has a fever, and the only cure is more active reload.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Yeah, but I feel like there's more cowbell in
Ooh.
music than there is active reload in video games.
Parrying.
Ooh.
Parrying. Okay, I
Oh.
kind of like parrying. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was hot. Everybody wanted more of it, and then a lot of people are
Yeah.
like, maybe made too much. Made too much.
Yeah,
parrying.
maybe
Double jumping?
grappling hooks. Grappling hooks.
Double
Mm.
jumping. I think that's a
So-
good call.
About a decade ago, I would have said destructible environments.
Oh, sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still like my parallax answer. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it's great. I think it's perfectly fine.
I like
Good
that
job.
word.
Well, thank you, Travis. This one comes from Nick in Queensland. Hey, Bomb Squad. I don't watch ball sports at all, but I do like to play a football game every few years. I think this year is American football year for me since EA now has 2 football games on PC as of this year. I was wondering, do you guys think Madden or college football is a better game for someone like me that doesn't watch the NFL or college football and just wants to scratch that gaming itch of playing a couple dozen hours of a video game? Nick, I'm not sure there could be a less qualified foursome of people.
Yeah.
Did Jan not realize Grub wasn't going to be on this one? Because there's another question directly for Grub later on.
You should play NFL 2K on the Sega Dreamcast.
Yes, that's
the best one.
We peaked.
Outside Blitz.
There,
Outside
right?
Blitz.
Blitz, I'm with you on Blitz. I still play Blitz.
Blitz is incredible.
I like Blitz.
Yeah.
NFL Street. NFL Street's fun.
Yeah.
I never
Solid
never
follow.
played the other streets aside from NBA. As much like NBA Street.
NFL Street's awesome. I never touched FIFA.
FIFA Street.
That's good. I've played that. I love the soccer games. I really do. And we've been doing a lot of FC26 in this house ever since that big soccer thing's happening.
I get
Is that
this
still
though.
happening?
Yeah,
what's
next
that?
couple of
Jesus
weeks.
Christ, how long is this fucking thing?
It's about a month and a half, give or take.
God.
Maybe a month.
Well, Dan,
Jesus.
any sport where people aren't getting concussed left and right tend to run like most of the year.
Yeah, you should
Soccer's
just
like a
have,
year-long sport?
Yeah,
Well, there's multiple leagues and different
Yeah.
things going on. The
Just-
people who play soccer are playing soccer a lot.
I think technically cricket is like the world's most popular sport,
Right.
but soccer eclipses literally
right?
everything in terms of sports. It is
cricket
It's popular,
more-
yeah.
the
Cricket's
most
more
popular
popular?
thing
Yeah.
ever.
Freaking
So just
India.
you should have a baseline understanding of that.
I understand it's the most popular
okay.
sport, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, I guess Blitz and those other games is your best
2K.
bet. You know, or 2K. Like
Abandon
big.
modern gaming. Play NFL Blitz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's got to be better. I do get this because like I want to play a golf game pretty badly right now, and I just kind of feel like I don't really have an option.
Tiger
don't
Woods
know.
2004 for the PS2.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll just go play some old one for
there's some
the
fun
Xbox.
courses on that one, man.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I there was an Xbox 360 one I play a lot of, one of the earlier 360 ones. That was good.
For what it's worth, I believe the football fans at Giant Bomb tend to prefer college football. I don't know why, but I think that's the one they talk about more positively nowadays.
Who's the Rabble Smackenshire guy that they replaced Tiger Woods with?
I don't know what those
R-
words
Ma-
mean.
Rory
stopped-
McIlroy.
Rory
Yes.
McIlroy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What
I
did
think
you
that's the Tiger
say?
now.
Say what you said
I
again.
think I said
please?
Rory McIlroy.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
he said
Not what I heard.
Rubo Schmackamo.
I thought you were
Ball
like.
smacker?
I honestly thought your internet was going out again because I was like, "What is this gobbledygook coming out of
Chad
this
says
man?
I said Rabble Smackenshire.
I
Sounds
like
right.
that. That's a good fake name. Rapples Smack
They should name him that.
That's his cousin. That's his cousin.
That's where the hobbits are from, Mike. Come on,
Yeah.
get with
That's
it.
right. God. That has like what was George's fake thing in Seinfeld? That has a lot of that Vandalay. That's a lot of
yeah.
Art
Yeah.
Art Vandalay energy in that. Yeah, that's
God,
good.
we just reward all this behavior, and we just
That's
and
funny.
we wonder why we have the things we
I
have.
like that.
Okay. This is going back a little bit, but it's a tattoo update from Andrew,
Hey.
who got a real fresh luchador. I don't. What is this luchador from? Maybe you could throw it into chat if anyone has the means of doing so. Hey, I've been mulling over the idea of a luchador tattoo. One, do I have the staff's blessing on this idea? Hey, your body, your choice. Okay. Anyone have any sick GB tattoos out in the wild? Ever since we started bringing this up about 2 to 3 months ago, I've been seeing them across the timeline a little bit. People sharing their Giant Bomb inspired tattoos. I love this one. I love the woodwork and the antlers. I think it's great. It's also in the doodle zone, which I'm a huge fan of. Great
course.
job, emailer. It looks great, Andrew. Keep it black and white. You don't need any coloring there.
It does look really nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for people who can't see it, when I say woodwork in the antlers, there's like a graininess to the sort of antlers that just looks on point. Really good work there. Great job. Have you? I don't think I've ever seen a Giant Bomb tattoo in person though.
I don't think I have either. Show it to us if you
I
get
feel
one.
like I have and forgot. Maybe I just don't find them that interesting.
Buddy.
No, I'm joking.
I gotta. Maybe I've seen like the traditional bomb guy.
Bomby.
Bomby.
Bombi, yeah. Everyone gets real mad that he has a name and that I know it apparently, but apparently, yeah.
No,
that
you're
guy's
right.
Bomb.
You're in the right, Mike.
Thank you,
You
Sean.
should know
That was
our
crazy
mascot's
that
name.
time, wasn't it? Wasn't
Never
it
heard
crazy?
anyone
Pretty
before
crazy.
Mike Minotti give him a name.
I didn't give him a name.
You mean
I was
a
told
ton of
that's the-
community members, Dan?
I was like,
Internally, we
Bombi.
never named him anything.
Well,
I know,
he needs
that's
a
your
name.
problem.
It's Bombi. So there you go. Get your Bombi
Oh.
tattoos. Yeah,
It's Bomb Johnson. Okay, that's his name.
That's
Bomb
actually even
Johnson.
better. I like that.
Bomb John
Johnson.
Silver.
Yeah,
There you go.
Which way am I pointing? That guy on the video version. That dude over there.
You're pointing at
I
your
don't
door.
see anything, Sean. You're just pointing at a wood door.
That was
Look,
your-
I don't care about you fuckers. I care about the community, damn it.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Next one comes from Ann. Hello, Bomb Crew. I enjoy hearing about Dan's ongoing foray into exercise. Has he or any of the group tried out Zwift or another exercise, quote unquote, gaming platform? Probably not something to do in the warmer months, but can be pretty nice in the winter.
Oh man, I'm looking at this now. It's a kind of, it's a stand, a exercise bike, but with a video
Huh.
screen. And it's like you're, actually biking. Don't be shocked. This reminds me of Epcot. There was a thing in the Wonders of Life Pavilion where you were on an exercise bike, and as you paddled, it would just kind of play a video. Well, and then made it look like you were in Disneyland Paris, I think, or something. So that was fun. Huh. I didn't know about this. I don't know. I'm always like, I've known so many people who will buy like the kind of expensive exercise thing. Like what was there was that like paddle bike thing that like you would get you live exercising videos, and everybody was doing that for a moment. Excited. I
It
feel
was
like,
like the weird mirror stuff.
yeah, Peloton.
and-
Peloton.
No,
Peloton, I don't think was
no, I
live.
stand by Peloton's great. I got 3 of those. Those are fantastic.
Really? Yeah. I bet
Yeah.
they're a good product, but I think for some people, and I'm worried I might be like this. Like it's like I bought the thing, I did it, I'm healthy, and then the thing doesn't get used.
No, Peloton's
I mean-
incredible. Like the benefit of Peloton is like these constantly updating courses and stuff like that. So it's like,
Right.
you don't want to just get like the days of like a DVD thing and you just do that same routine every single time. So like you have your instructors you like, you watch their stuff. You've got the different, there's the row, the bike, the tread. Those are the ones I have. But then also you can just put the app on a TV, and they've got really good yoga classes and like dumbbell classes and stuff like that. So like,
Yeah.
I swear by Peloton.
Oh
Like,
yeah, no,
there's
no,
a
again, I
ton
never
of use out of
implied
it.
it's not a good product. I just think for like some people, it's like I bought the thing.
Mhm.
That's the endorphin rush. I'm healthy
Right.
now.
They'll follow
and then-
through.
No,
It
you gotta
becomes
use
a
it,
coat
yeah.
rack. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Especially-
thing looks interesting though. It looks like they gamified it like a literal video game
Yeah,
race,
that's
but
right.
you're pedaling. That looks pretty cool.
Dan, chat's very confused about you having 3 Pelotons, by the way. But like, it's
Well, they make a
different
bunch of
model.
different
row.
hardware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the row, the bike, and the tread. It's 3
Yeah,
different,
different
a rowing machine, a
machines
bike,
are
and a
like-
treadmill. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, I
Yep, yep.
I thought it wasn't unreasonable. I bet it's not just literally 3 of the bike ones. It's
No,
fine.
that'd be ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't do it. I do it sometimes for the stretching stuff, but Stacy does it very often. Okay, thank you. And last one, we'll talk to Mike from St. Petersburg, Florida. Hey, y'all. Been looking to get into more emulation solutions to take advantage of the handhelds and hardware I have. He's got a Thor and a Steam machine.
Nice.
You have a Steam machine already? Are those going out? People can get
Yeah.
them?
They're
Yeah.
going out.
They are. Bonk's waiting on her. Like Bonk got the like, hey, you're getting one, but she hasn't got the one where it's like you can actually pay for it yet. So I think they're getting like slowly. Like Will got his last week or something. So
Really?
they've been
Will?
spacing it out. Yeah, his shipped.
All right. I have the knowledge how to set them up, but I was wondering what y'all did for like mass storage. Do you have a NAS that keeps every game ever and you pick and choose what does on the devices? With storage exploding in cost, was just curious how you all organize your collection and decide what goes on the devices. That's a preferential thing, but let's talk to Dan.
So I got this. This is a 14 terabyte guy, and this is everything. This is just the monster. This has every single ROM and everything I have on it. Every version, every region, everything. And I got this little guy here, this little ginky save point guy. This is a 2 terabyte. And so this is something where it's like, when I get something like a Steam machine, it's like a 2 terabyte thing. It's like, if it's 2 terabyte to 2 terabyte, I can just copy the whole thing over. This is like these selects that I want. It is not every revision. Like, there are some games that'll have like a Rev 1, Rev 2, whatever.
Sure.
This is like kind of pared down. It's just the North American ones with a handful of selects that were released in other regions and stuff like that. So yeah, this is the main one I use when I'm loading ROMs onto other things. And I try to, keep it pretty pared down and pretty clean, basically.
Yeah, I think for the systems where the games are barely any storage at all, like the NES, a long time ago I downloaded an NES ROM set that was just because that's like I forget what it is. It's less than a gigabyte for the entire system library, so that I just download. For the bigger ones though, I go to my favorite source, obviously my physical collection over there, and then I download the games as necessary as I want to, one by one, because it is true what people say of like if you download a ton of games you have choice paralysis. Same thing with the retro gaming stuff. I find that for systems I want to play, PS1, N64, GameCube, that kind of stuff, better to get them as you need them, because then you know exactly what you want. That's why I like a device that does run Android, because then you can, go to your favorite source and then get them as you need to on the fly, or transfer them over the network. I can't hold it up because it's like wired behind my PC, but I also do have a 20 terabyte external hard drive that I bought for work. Back when that was reasonable, it was a little over $200 for a 20 terabyte.
Jeez.
It was,
man.
Oh my god!
I think it was like Best Buy had a crazy good sale for like $230. I want to say for 20 terabytes. It was a great deal. Nowadays that's like $600 or something crazy. But for any of the larger games, I do like store them on there and then transfer them over the network to my new stuff. But yeah, storage is getting crazy. I wish they weren't, because I do want a new SD card for my SuperStation, because that's an easy way to load games there. I got one in, I think it's my Wii is using a micro SD card that's large, so I'll just pop that in here instead. It sucks that we have to be frugal with our storage nowadays.
I just start shucking the old SD cards out of devices that have been neglected over the last 5 years or so. You'd be very surprised to see what you find. Like, oh my god, I had a 256 in this camera that I've never used before. What about that?
Yeah, I've got this Anbernic I haven't touched. Oh, that's a 400 gig. Jeez. Okay.
We should start shucking data centers. There you go.
Dad was curious, and yes, I just looked on Amazon. The 20 terabyte external hard drive that I have is $630 right now, direct from Amazon.
Jeez, perfect planet, perfect things all around us. All right, well, thank you, Mike. Mike also says congrats on being independent and all that. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike.
Mike. All right, we turn the tables over to the one and only super chat reader, Mike Minotti.
All right, thank you for the super chats, everyone. Flobotron says, any plans for the 1000th Bombcast year from today? No pressure, future PP-ness. Boy, I don't have the ability to think about that right now, but boy, that's a year away, huh? That's interesting.
A year.
1 year.
Yeah,
so,
today is 9:48. So
yeah,
just
so
look. I mean, join Giant Bomb Premium. Make sure we get there. How about that?
there you go. We'll ransom you for our 1000th. How about that? We'll try to think of something fun.
we may talk to friends
special.
and see if get a cameo here or there or something like that.
Yeah. Tuber says Cleveland streamer in the house. What? Thank you, Tuber. Zombie Porn says Sean had 52 hot dogs and has great hair. Durf had 0 hot dogs and will be playing Catwoman in BDSM gear, and he has lost his keys. There are levels to this.
Makes you think.
It does.
Yeah.
Does it make you think? Because it doesn't make me think at all. And it doesn't make me think highly of you, Zombie Porn.
Wow.
Okay? Thank
Not
you.
his fault you lost your keys up your ass. Jesus.
It's true.
Migsy says, can't believe you guys didn't add the Abby bites to your soundboards, such as you, Dan. No. Crawl to your cave, Dan. I mean, well, Dan does a lot of the soundboard stuff, and so does Sean.
No, Dan's right. Dan is correct.
Oh, no.
No, see, that's
She's
what
gonna
Dan's not-
kill you.
Dan's
Man,
not
that's
going to do it
AI.
unless it's that.
That's AI, dude. There's no
It's
way.
Nope,
That
that's
shit
real.
was real.
Dan
Oh,
is
no.
right.
Dan's right.
You're right, yeah.
You're right.
You're
Dan.
correct.
Dan is correct.
It's weird that you don't have me saying that.
Where is it? Surely I have you.
I'm not happy.
No, that's the only thing you say.
that's-
Sorry.
Sounds
The
like,
Bacalar doll, that's the only thing when you pull the string.
hey, and it's a very short string.
I'll
Um,
never forget. You were getting Mary legitimately pissed with
I
that.
love
It was
that,
so funny. Holy shit, she would get so mad.
Suck my dick.
Yeah, like that.
Yep.
She was so mad. And
Whoa, when
I
she
think
gets
that's
blown out like
naughty.
that, oh my god! When she gets blown out like that, I kind of feel it in my palms. in a
Right.
weird way.
Disagree.
Yeah,
You get scared.
yeah, I get scared. She's the only person who makes me feel like I'm in trouble.
Same.
Yeah.
all right, Mixie says, Jeff Baclar, does your wife have a nickname like Jib and Dib?
Oh, she does. Sometimes we call her Face. Face. We call her Face.
Yeah? Was there a story behind that one?
Yeah, I think my brother gave her that nickname. I kind of don't remember exactly how it started, but I think it was like a Stace Face, and then we just shortened it to Face. So that's
Stace Face. Okay.
Stace
Okay.
Face.
I like Stace Face is fun. I might just go
Yeah.
with
Like
Stace
brace face, the nicest thing you can call someone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Think of one for Bonk.
yeah, we'll get there.
Mhm.
And for a second, I was like, yeah.
Took me a
right.
second.
Yeah, wait a minute. You're right. That's true. Zacy says, I removed the battery from a 3DS yesterday. It was stupidly easy. Right to repair was taken from under our noses. Good on EU for getting it back. P.
Well, that was well, there was a slot for wasn't there like a
Yeah,
little
you would
screw?
unscrew
Yeah.
the back was
Yeah.
at least on the new 3DS XL. I forget about the ones before that, but it was just a panel where you unscrew it, take the panel off, and you just pop it out like an old cell phone.
I mean, it was obviously a forced obsolescence thing that they were trying to do
Yes,
at Nintendo in a lot of these places,
glued
right?
in and everything.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a good thing that EU is making it so they
Yeah.
can't do that, and hopefully it's like a lot of these other things that happen in the EU, like the no more lightning ports that they just have to start doing everywhere to make it easier for themselves.
You know what I just realized?
Yo,
EU. So that's Europe, right? Is
Oh
like
gosh, everyone sit
European
down.
Union.
Everyone
well,
sit.
no. So
Go
I've
ahead.
had to accept 8 million EULAs or EULA. Every time I saw it, I was always like, why the fuck does this like Europe law apply to games in the States?
the
and
end user licensing agreement.
And then I think I realized like recently that like, oh, it's not about Europe.
Nope.
Well, yeah, well, okay,
Honestly, that's not so bad.
Right?
I mean, it's not good.
It's not.
I mean, no one
good.
reads that. No one knows what that
Relative
is.
to Dan, yeah, this is
It's
lower on
pretty,
the totem
it's pretty
pole.
low on the list of like.
Yeah.
It's probably
I'm just
a
enjoying it.
1,000 times I've been like, why do I have to sign this the fine print?
This is Europe.
This
fine.
Europe fine print.
The Europe
This
licensing agreement.
EUFP.
Okay, that's good. Bigsy says, what tune was playing before the email section? Isn't it just the normal email song? What was that? I don't know.
No, they probably mean the break music. I would assume.
I can't hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, on today's Bombcast breaks, I've been doing the Third Strike soundtrack, the Street Fighter 3 Third Strike soundtrack.
hell
And so the
yeah.
2 songs playing before emails, or 3 of them maybe, were Ibuki's stage, Akuma's stage, and Hugo's stage. And if you're talking about beats in my head, that's Elena.
Nice. Then Zombie Porn's back says, great job with the news, rat breath, and cat jerk.
Catcher's
God.
growing on me.
We were debating the names. Is it Cat Jerf? Is it Jerf Woman? Is it God, we had like 4 or 5 that we were throwing
I think it's
around.
just
No,
Cat
the
Jerk.
one was Catwoman, but it's played
Jerk.
just playing it.
Yeah, Catwoman, but Jeff is playing.
But we did
it.
that joke with Rascal.
Yeah, I think Cat Jerk. I like, especially
like
with the
Cat Jerk now.
superheroes, because we have Batgrub, we have Super
Mhm.
Dan, and now we have Cat Jerk, right? Then
Chat
someday
likes
I'll
Jerf
probably
Woman.
be
I think-
Aqua Mitch.
I think I got shot down with Jerf Woman. Chat seems to like it.
I need to see
I don't
one
know.
woman in chat say they like Jerf
Yeah,
Woman.
that's-
I'm
that's
just tossing
true.
that
Right,
out there.
yeah.
Ah, woman.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Migsy says, do you guys know if Brad Shoemaker is okay? I assume so, unless this is a reference to something I don't know about. I
Oh
assume
no,
he's fine.
yeah, I think Brad has personal stuff going on. He's been
Yeah.
away thinking about Brad, love Brad. Yeah.
All right then. Yep, thinking about Brad. Love you, Brad. Last Geek says, this blight is just an appetizer of what people really want. Give us what we really want. Give us what we really want. Jerf Week. Every show featuring Jerf. Tell Jerf the news. Let Jerf watch Dan get blighted. Put out GB shirts based on all of Jerf's favorite bands. Yeah, you could just
Who
handle all
is
the
this-
content too,
Who is
right?
this person? What is
Is
this?
this your alt? This was a generous
Last-
super chat too. Is
Lasky,
this
who
is this
are
your
you?
alt?
What's going on?
There you
Stacy?
go. You're not busy. Come on. Just do all the content too.
This seems like a psyop. What's going on?
And then
Thank you,
JD
Last Geek. That's very kind of
Oh,
you.
yes, thank you. It was a generous super chat. Thank you, Last Geek. So you have to do what he says.
I know. All right. December, the first week of December.
No.
I can't celebrate my best boy's birthday.
That's mine. That's for me. You will not have Jerf adjacent content that close to my birthday,
Adjacent.
which is actually the second week of December, but it's the first day of the second week of December. It's too close.
So look. Okay, fine. We'll carve out what, Dan?
I'm just picturing like, what would be the funniest thing? It's like, it's Jeff Grubb Appreciation Week starting December 8th.
I'm turning 40 this year, Dan.
No, it's CJ Tolkoto's Appreciation Week.
CJ Tolkoto. Chris Minotti. CJ Tolkoto. Christ.
Oh, this is going right to my head, Last Geek. You are spoiling me. Thank you so very much. No, all I'll say is that's very kind. We'll see what we can do. Also, Pinball Week is shaping up to be tremendous. I don't know exactly which week it's going to be, but surprises for sure. I also picked up the Lego Pinball set that just came out, so maybe we'll do some building of that as well. That's exciting. There's going to be a lot of fun stuff for that week. And maybe beyond as well. So
awesome. Looking forward to it. JD Camp says, eat the Trix hot honey hot dog on your Portland trip. I have heard of that thing. I don't know. I don't know how I like Trix. I haven't had Trix in a while. If I'm gonna go for one of those like fake fruit flavored cereals and fake fruit flavored cereal, that's okay. I think I'm gonna go with the Fruity Pebbles.
What is
good
this?
They do get really soggy. I like Trix.
This is a hot dog with Trix on it.
That doesn't
Hot
sound
dog
good.
with hot honey and Trix.
You
Crucially.
mean, we just gotta stop, folks. We just
Trix
gotta
is for
like
kids.
we
That's
just
just
gotta
someone got
maybe.
stoned and they put stuff together that they had
Yeah.
laying around.
All right, eat the fucking hot dog. I don't know.
Migsy says, any recommendations for the Steam summer sale? I know I got a good deal on Dishonored 2, a game I actually haven't played yet, even though I liked the first one. That is 80% off, so you can get Dishonored 2 for just $6. That's
Sick.
pretty good deal. Boy, that game is going to be 10 years old soon. Even Dishonored 2 is going to be 10 years old. Firmament and Abduction, which are the other games by Cyan, the people who made Myst, those were on sale. I picked those one up as well. The Crew Motorfest, the game that is like Forza Horizon, but not that. That one is 80% off and just $14. So if you want to kind of play another Forza Horizon and it's on Hawaii, you can check that out relatively cheap.
Yeah, I got, what was it? Monster Hunter Rise plus the Sunbreak expansion is $10. I think is a really, really good price for if you like Monster Hunter. But in general, when it comes to the Steam sale, I usually tell people, just pull up, is there any deal, and see if stuff that you've been looking forward to is a good price. Because sometimes, like even during the Steam sale, places like Green Man Gaming will have codes for a little bit cheaper even. So yeah, do a little shopping around, see what deals you can get on stuff you want.
Alrighty, and then this last one here is from Grant MP. You just says Cat Kalar.
Cat.
Wait, how is that?
Cat Kalar.
Cat Kalar is pretty good.
That's what I brought up in the meeting yesterday. I
Not
can't
bad.
speak.
Kalar?
Yeah.
All right, we'll put it on the list.
Well, I think I still just like Cat Jerf best. I don't know. Simple.
It is really stupid.
It's
I
simple
like
and
the
clear.
Cat
Camel
Kalar is
case.
also stupid.
Right.
You say Bacalar?
No,
Or
Cat, not
Kalar?
you.
Oh,
The
okay,
name.
okay.
We would never insult
Yeah.
you.
No, I don't like my first name. I don't mind my last name.
I have to
That's
spell it out
nice.
in chat. Cat Kalar.
It's
Cat.
That looks fucked
Grant
up.
has a hyphen here
It's
between
dumb.
the T and K.
It's real dumb.
Yeah,
stupid.
Catwoman, but Jerf is all right too.
We
We know you. We know you like that one. We know.
We
you're a
know
fan
we
of that,
like
but
it.
I don't
We
think
know
it's
we all
happening.
like it.
No,
No,
I
it's
don't think we
fine.
all
It's-
like it.
It's fine. It does nothing matters. It's going to be great regardless of what it's called,
That's
right?
true. Yes,
Exactly.
of
Ooh.
course. As
I
long
like
as it's
Grant
not
put-
offensive.
Grant put another one in chat. Jeffrey. Cat
Jeff
Kalar.
Furry Cat
Jeff
Kalar.
Furry.
Jeff
Is this a
Furry
bit
Cat
much now?
Kalar. Jeff Furry Cat Kalar.
Kalar.
Jeff Furry Cat Kalar.
Right?
Yeah. Jeff Furry Cat Kalar. Say it.
Jeff Furry Cat Kalar.
Go on.
It rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, I don't think it could work with jerfery, although that's kind of funny too.
That-
Jerfery.
Look at that.
We'll continue to work.
All right,
shop
we gotta
cat
throw all
color.
this shit against the wall, folks. We gotta.
Don't forget, if you want to watch this series, which again probably looks like it's going to be Jerf playing Catwoman, be a
We
Giant
don't
Bomb
know.
Premium member.
There's
Be
no
a
way to
Giant
know.
Bomb Premium member, everybody. GiantBomb.com/join. You'll
Yes,
get the
crucially, this one is a
titters, you'll get the
premium bonus.
PPs. Yeah,
Yes.
premium
Yeah,
bonus.
Grub is starting next week on
Grub is starting
mainline.
on-
Mainline Blight Club is Grub next week.
Yeah, so that's what
Mainline
you'll.
Blade.
Yeah, that's for everybody.
these
You want to see
words?
that. You want to
What
see
are these
that.
words? What are these phrases? How am I
Uh,
supposed to explain this to my son?
I understand. Don't worry.
Yet my other son.
Oh, he won't get it. He'll be sad.
Thanks for all the super chats and emails, folks. We have plenty of content coming down the line the rest of this week on Giant Bomb because we will be having a voicemail dump truck for I think it's Will's first voicemail dump truck ever.
That's
Ask
that
Will
right?
some Will specific questions.
Yeah, you've got 48 hours to fill that mailbox with all kinds of Will specific voicemails.
I think
okay?
we've breached or broached the subject that he might secretly be the weirdest one.
No.
I think you've tried to.
No, I think many people have been saying it.
Hmm.
I think he's the funniest one.
He's hilarious. Yes. Yes.
And you know, but the weirdest, I think you guys are
Chuck says
stretching
strong
there.
third at minimum.
You guys are reaching. You guys are reaching.
Hey, Chuck, who's the weirdest? Who does Chuck, who knows us all very well? Who
He
does
was,
Chuck say
he
is
was
the
saying
weirdest?
earlier today you're both the weirdest, so I don't think you.
I think. Oh, Chuck, he says me now. He's said Mike before.
He's a
I gave you what you
flip-flopper.
want.
I haven't done
Give
anything
us
weird in
one.
years.
What else do
Lightning
we have
storm.
going on in the week, folks? What do we got popping off?
Well,
The Light Club.
the Light Club tomorrow. Yeah, have you made a final decision yet, Dan?
I had thought about Metroid Dread, thought about Simpsons Hit and Run, thought about a retro achievements kind of bounce around situation. But hey, this is my delight. This is my reward after Space Ace. So stay tuned. Yeah, just normal Blight Club slot tomorrow. Me and Mike will be hanging out and playing something that I enjoy.
Awesome.
What about
hey,
Game Mess?
Yeah, more Game S mornings this week. In fact, tomorrow, I believe my guest is going to be none other than Papa himself,
There
Jeff
it is.
Bacalar.
The first father and son Game
Oh.
Mess in the history of
Oh,
the
I
site.
thought it was Dr. Dad.
No, he'll be busy being a doctor.
Oh, okay.
That's
This is
right.
way more important.
Also, he knows nothing about video games, so he'd have very little to contribute to that conversation. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what fresh ho awaits us tomorrow with the gaming news, and we'll talk about it. We got some other guests lined up for the rest of the week as well. So yeah, we'll have plenty of fun on Game S mornings this week.
Sounds like a plan. That is going to do it for us. Am I forgetting anything? I haven't hosted this show in a great while.
Well, we're gonna do
think we're
UP.
good.
Yeah, if we don't, have a super plan there, probably a grab bag.
Okay.
But yeah, we're gonna have all sorts of fun in this week. There's that new 9 Lives out again for premium members. There's gonna be another. This is the run going out for premium members this weekend. So yeah, all sorts
We have a
of fun.
fun guest next week for Dump Truck, which we'll announce that after this week's. So
Oh, we
Hell
put
yeah.
on the schedule the video that's coming out on Saturday. Did we not? With a guest, a special
Yeah.
guest. Yes, we
The
did.
Backrooms?
Yeah.
Backrooms?
Escape the
Yeah.
Backrooms with Lucy James going up on Saturday. You might not normally check the YouTube channel or the website on Saturday, so make sure you check that out. That was a fun time, and it was an off-stream edit that Jam put together. So I'm looking forward to watching that one.
North
Yeah,
Carolina
it's-
videos on the schedule. That should be going up. Obviously, not necessarily this week, but the thing we did this weekend, Catch Me If You Dan, we put some teasers out. We were in
Yeah.
New Mexico. I'll leave it at that. And got into some really interesting stuff out there. So that will be great when that goes up.
Sounds like a real normal video.
I'm sure it'll be normal. Yes. I met a lot of really normal people.
Awesome. All right. We
I
got
was
a
in a
lot to look
place where I
forward to.
definitely was not the weird one.
Oh
Taste
no.
your own medicine there, right? I like that.
I loved it. They were great.
Keeps you regular. All right, folks, that's going to do it for us. Thank you so much. Sean running the show today. Really appreciated. Will, Chuck, the whole gang. We'll have Jan and Grub, I believe, back next week. We'll see how it goes. Busy summer. Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. We will have a brand new podcast next week. Until next time, I can't do the goodbye like Jan. Anyone want to try? Can you do it, Mikey?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.